Happy Shut Your Ass Up Saturday. You already know the assignment. Pretty simple. Keep the petty on high heat. And if somebody starts talking that silly shit, it's shut your ass up. Petty-luya.
What I'm on here for about is Queen Sheba.
Play that louder now. We don't get to hear that often. Say it louder. You are very open-minded about a lot. I think you haven't had an opportunity to experience a conservative relationship. Hold on. And if and when you do, come back and talk to me. Yeah.
What you don't realize is that you don't listen, man.
I don't have to. You're not my daddy.
All right, the palace. It's time for I Said What I Said Saturdays, right here on Queen Sheba. All right, the palace. Let's go. Damn.
All right, y'all. We are up in this mofo today for Saturday morning. I said what I said. If this is your first time here, hey, where my damn overlay go? Hold on now. If this is your first time here, welcome to the palace. I'm Queen Sheba, y'all. Saturdays are dedicated to talking shit. That's what we do on Saturday mornings, and we wait until Saturday. You know why we wait? Because we want to make sure we give you all week to process that shit, right? We give you all week to process whatever's going on in your life. And if you wake up on Saturday morning and you choose to stand on business and speak on it, we drop the link. We drop the link. This ain't just about hot topics. This ain't just about television shows, reality television, even though I cover a variety of hot topics specific to reality television. But this is your chance to shine, girl. This is your chance to shine, boy. I'm talking about maybe your baby mama pissed you off and you need to get some shit off your chest, but you ain't really trying to go back and forth with them. You just need to get it out your system before Easter Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Before you fry that fish tomorrow and make that potato salad. Well, come on up and say it. Hell, they don't know you here. Don't nobody know what's going on over here. And that's just the way we do it. It could be about your boss. Hell, it could be about your dog, your cat, your daughter. You know what I'm saying? Your neighbor, the HOA. It could just be about. Or it could be good. Maybe you trying to holler at somebody and you said what the hell you said. You know what it do this weekend. But there's two rules. There's two rules here on Saturday morning. I said what I said. Number one, it's never personal. Even if it's about me. Even if it's about me. Yeah, I'm built like that. I'm built like that. I drops the link. It ain't never personal. And this is how you can make sure that it's not personal. The second thing is you must sign, seal, deliver it. When you're done, you have to end it with, I said what I said. And if you end it with that, baby, you ain't gonna get no smoke. Ain't no smoke as long as you end it. Now, let me tell y'all something, because some of y'all will say, I said what I said and keep going. No. Once you are done, and you say, I said what I said, that's it. Let us celebrate you. Get it off your chest. Don't keep going. I see a lot of y'all talking that shit in the chat. Chi-Town say, my husband is exhausted. Well, come on up here and say it. Girl, there go the link. It's pinned to the top of the chat. Come on up here and let that nigga know. You said what the hell you said. Pick up your drawers around this damn house. Shit, I ain't no maid. I'm not your mama. And I said what I said. Let his ass know he ain't listening. I ain't gonna go back and say nothing. Are y'all, if she come up here, are y'all gonna say something? I'm not. I ain't gonna say shit. I'm not. So I'ma just wait. I don't know. Y'all be acting scared to get it off your chest. It's fun. Get it out. You know what I'm saying? Don't carry it with you. It's a form of therapeutic alliance. It's a form of therapy. Toot say she ain't gonna say one word, Chi-Town girl. Ain't nobody gonna say shit. Ain't nobody gonna tell him He don't know you here. There's no way he will ever find you. He will not find this recording. Say what the hell you need to say. Here we go. We got our first callers. Salt. Hold on, y'all. I'm scared. What y'all finna say? Wait a minute. Salt and Light. Good morning. Welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on? You got the floor.
I've been holding this in and holding this in, but I'm going to say it. First of all, I'm going to start with He has risen. Praise the Lord for that. And what I wanted to say is in our state, I'm in Virginia, they have changed the rules when it comes to making marijuana illegal. And we have a lot of people that smoke marijuana. But what I would like to say is for those of us that do not choose to partake when we take our kids to the park and do other things, but people have consideration that everybody don't want to smell the skunk juice. That's what I wanted to say. Please consider those that don't want to smell it. That's your right to just smoke it however you want. But when you're in open forums, please have consideration of people that are out with their families that don't want to partake in the wacky weed. And I said what I said.
I don't care.
And she said what the hell she said. She's standing on business, y'all. Period, point blank. And that is Salt
I
and
don't want
Light.
to talk about it.
Hold on,
You
Salt
just
and
said
Light.
I'm gonna talk about it.
Why? You know
I don't
what?
care.
StreamYard is act.
I don't care. I said what I said. I meant what I said.
She said what she said. Shit. She said just because y'all out here smoking weed, everybody don't want their lips black and shit like a leather sofa. Get that away from her. It ain't nothing personal. That's why she said she said what she said. She don't want to smell like that. She says, be considerate. Move on over there. Go in the woods and smoke that damn weed. Now, what kind of weed we talking about? Hold on now, Salt and Light. You didn't get you beside. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Also, can the drunks not? No, come on up here. Y'all talking all that shit in the chat. Old Spirit Arts. Also, can the drunks not drive? Please listen. We dropped that link. Come on up here. Ask them. Say it. Say it. They say tomorrow is 420. Oh, it's Sunday. Oh yeah, he has risen. He has risen. He has risen. Listen. It's gonna be some weed smoking, eating, Easter, egg hunting. Listen, your lips ain't black. What color are they? Okay, I got a little qualm. I got something I need to say. Top Sushi, the one in Tomball, Texas. Your fucking food is nasty. Okay, your food is nasty. Now I went there to partake because I wanted some sushi yesterday. It don't make no damn sense to take that damn long to make a spicy tuna hand roll. It took you 30 minutes to give me my damn hand roll. And if and when it take you that long to make a damn hand roll, it better be good. And the shit was weak. It was whack. I said what I said. Go back to the drawing board. I will not be back again. I'm going to go to the one that I used to go to because this new location, I know it's in a cute little nice neighborhood, but it ain't hitting and it ain't giving what you think it is. I said what I said. I will not be back. I don't give a damn. I don't care. I do not care. I said what I said, and y'all can run and tell them. Y'all can run and tell them. Queen Sheba said your food is nasty. It is. The shrimp dumplings was trash. Okay. The chicken dumplings was trash. Now, the girl that made the dirty martini, you did all right. You did okay, but y'all need to get blue cheese stuffed olives. And I said what I said. That's it. That's all. Because it was full price on happy hour. I'm just saying. I called out Top Sushi. I did. It was trash. I could have went to my old place. Now, y'all going to have to quit hyping up these damn restaurants and going on TikTok and doing all of that when the food is trash. And I'm doing valet. I done paid $10. And I'm like, shit, I should just go get my car and go to a different restaurant. Don't do that. And that's y'all's fault, influencers, because you out here tricking the aunties. I'm Gen X. I'm expecting y'all to give me the real deal Holyfield so I don't have to go there and learn in real time. You know what I'm saying? They say a fool learns from his own mistakes, where a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. I'm trying to be wise. I ain't got that kind of time to be wasting and shit, driving all around Houston, Texas, because I watch your damn TikTok telling me the food is good and you didn't lie because they done paid you or gave you something free. I'm tired of it. And I said what I said. They don't too. She said these millennials, some of y'all, not all the millennials, but it's them damn XYZ, it's the Z's. It's them damn Z's that's out here lying about shit because you didn't got a fucking free hamburger and promise them people that you can get 300 people to come in under your code, and you lying. And you lying your ass off, and you got people my age driving around because we want to put faith in the younger community, and you with the bullshit. Like Umberta said.
The guy said that the last time they went to the Ultimate Club, Carmen was sitting on his lap. When he told me that, I said, oh, hell, I paid double for that.
But at the end of the day, he never got no pictures. He was telling you a story, Mama.
Well, it could have been a scheme that Todd set up for him to come to you with the bush.
Because that's exactly what it was. And I felt so bad. I done dragged my husband up out that house early, too. I said, we got to get there early. They said it's good. Baby, I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed, child. Food just nasty. But anywho, we gonna move on, because what y'all not finna do is play with Kenya Summer more, not in front of me. Y'all not finna play with Kenya Summer more. Now, before I get into it, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Y'all can run up here if you want to. Run up and get done up. Listen. Quit playing with my good sis, Kenya Summer Moore. Now, y'all know she don't know how to work YouTube yet. Get a lady a chance to get on in here. Now, Kenya, before we get started, I'm going to have to get on you real quick. Because you put out an APB. Is that what it is? Law? Is it an APB? Am I saying it right? You put it out that you was going to come out here to this good old YouTube on Tuesday. Girl, on Tuesday. Now, you put it out. Here's the receipts. Confessions, in my words. You were supposed to be out here 4:15. You didn't give us a time, but that's okay. I understand. It's your first time. Now, between Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Kenya, you and your editing team have more than enough time to get it together. Okay. But that's okay. Because it could be your friends, right? You're probably trying to save $1 or $2 or whatever. Do not cut corners, Kenya, when it comes to your fucking production. I don't give a damn if Pookie and Ray Ray told you they can edit. Listen. They caught you slipping. And as a result, you didn't come out, and you had all of us waiting. Girl, I came home early for you. I was rooting for you. I came home early for you. However, she had technical difficulties, y'all. She had technical difficulties, and she came out and she says, I'm sorry, I couldn't get the full video up on YouTube today. Praying my team will have it up tomorrow. Love you guys, and thank you for being patient. Now, here's the thing, Kenya. I'm going to have to walk you through it, because YouTube is a whole different fucking ball game. Okay, they don't give a damn if you're a reality star. You're up against a computer, a machine. You're going to have to get it how you get it. If you knew that shit wasn't working, go ahead and let us know about 4 p.m. Don't be fucking with our happy hour like that. Don't do us like that. Okay? Because YouTube can be very unforgiving. Now, I'm not going to let them go off on you. I'm a windmill for you today. But don't pull that shit again, Kenya. At least get in my inbox. I know you don't know me. Say something. Tell me something. I can get out here and let the people know, but say something. If you see something, say something. Okay? If you see something, if you saw that your damn editing wasn't up to speed, get out here and say something before the shit hit the fan. You had us waiting. We could have stayed out a little bit later at happy hour. Right, y'all? Trey, what you think about it? Welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What the hell you standing on today, Trey?
Good morning, Queen. Can you hear me?
Yes, good morning.
Okay, good. I have my headpiece in, so I just want to make sure it's not too much going on in the background. But I'm honestly, I'm about tired of Kenya. She over there. Technically, it's a technical lie.
Oh, you not gonna do it, but go ahead.
But honestly, I actually came out here to say, I just wanted to say, as far as my message to everyone out there, if you have somebody that is in your family that is a caregiver for another family member, if you love both of those family members, remember them, visit them, come see them, think about them. Like, don't throw people away, or don't try not to. At least keep people in mind when you're going about your day. If you have a brother or a sister or a mother or a close family member that you have in your life that may be, down and out or disproportionate or maybe even just going through something like a dementia. Don't think that they don't remember you. Don't think that your face or your presence won't bring back some type of good spirit to their heart. I'm just tired of I'm tired of it. I'm really tired of it. But and I am also grateful for other family members who care. But I say what I said.
All right, hold on. I'm finna be nosy. You might have to say what you said again. I said what the hell happened?
Nothing happened. I'm just speaking in general. It's just a lot of I have a family member that I care for, and she has she has she has family that don't visit and don't see about her, and it irritates me because it's one those that's one of the things that she remembers. And
Gotcha.
it's like you got too many brothers and sisters for me not to get any type of phone calls to ask about how you doing, come by and see you. Ain't nobody asking for nothing but your presence, a few minutes of your time, take it out walking or something. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
That's
That's all I'm
right.
saying.
And sign it, seal it, and deliver it for me, Trey.
I said what the fuck I said. Oh,
No,
damn.
you can say what the fuck you said on Saturdays. That's what we do. He
Oh
said
no, I
what
had
he
something
said.
else. I had something else to
Go
say.
ahead. Go ahead.
Uh, I love Nene Leaks, but ma'am, I need you to do better. I need you to do a little bit better, ma'am. Put a little bit more effort in your interviewing skills, because ma'am, you've been trying to get on TV since Wendy Williams was on TV.
Oh.
If we're being real about it, you've been
Oh.
clawing and clevering, and I love Nene. I love Nene, but I just need for her to do a little bit better. She was reading them cue cards like she was in elementary school.
Oh.
And then she had that line ass Latasha Scott. Ma'am,
Oh.
you need to go sit down somewhere as well. Please go to the background until you pay your sister back. Stay off of the news. Stay off of everything. We don't want to see you, ma'am. We don't care about you. Yeah, we know you can sing, but we don't want to hear no more notes until you drop off them notes at your sister house. That's all I got. And I said what the fuck I said.
And Latasha wouldn't be. It's
We do
Trey.
not
Trey
care.
said it.
We do not care.
Oh. Feel free to hang out. Goddamn, Trey, you reading them hoes down today. Yo, we gonna be cursing, y'all. We curse sometimes on Saturdays. So if
I'll
it's too
keep it
much
light.
for
I
you.
apologize.
No, we curse on Saturdays. We have a good old time. Aunt Natty, welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on, Aunt Natty? You have to unmute, Aunt Natty.
Hey, Queen Palace. Happy
Hey.
Saturday. Kenya is coming to us with the bullshit. She could have went to her friend Candy, and Candy could have helped her got that up and running. Stop playing in my face. I've never been Team Twirl, but Britt was wrong. You took it too far, and now you trying to play in my face. Nene, I don't think she want to be an interviewer. She want to be a conversationalist. But I'm like Trey, Latasha, before you run another run Tamika her money. And I said what I said.
Whoa, hold on.
Where is the content?
Damn. Kenya, they said
Where is the content?
Damn. Y'all coming hard today. You know what? Let me get on Nene because Nene did make my thumbnail real quick. Now, Nene. Damn, Nene. Now, oh shit. Let me see. I know them Nene girls out there in the chat, but I don't give a damn. We can go toe to toe today. I'm finna say what the hell I need to say regarding Nene. Nene, I was excited to see how you do on YouTube. I think somebody set you up for the okie doke. And I don't know if it's Carlos King. I don't know who it is, but you should not be doing interviews. And I said what the hell I said. And let me tell you why. All right. Because I'm not hating on you. I'm not hating on you. It's not you. It's not your style. You should not do interviews. You should not be reinventing the wheel, copying anything that Carlos, Funky Dineva, or any of them got going on. Period, point blank. It ain't you. Somebody fucking with you, Nene, and they done gave you the wrong play for your personality. Now, here's the thing. Queen gonna help you out. I know you don't know me, and I really don't know you, but I believe in advocating for other women, okay? And I don't like the fact that I feel like somebody trying to sabotage you. Now, here's the thing. Don't you do not and one other interview, period, point blank. It's just not you. You're trying to squeeze into a space where you don't belong. Okay. And I'm not saying that from no hater ass type of perspective or angle. I'm going to give you the tea, girl. First of all you need to do, you don't even need to be on camera, to be honest with you. How about that? And I know you probably didn't spend all that damn money on that studio, the aesthetics, the background is pretty, girl. And I understand it. But sometimes y'all get too fucking lofty when y'all become celebrities and you surround yourself with all these fucking yes men and yes women that's scared to tell you the truth. Well, I ain't. Somebody send this to Nene and cut and clip it. This is what you do from here on out. Scrap it. Fuck it. Cut it. Call it a loss. Call it a loss, because what's about to happen is you're going to go down, down, down if you continue with interviews. Interviews are a lot of work, and also it puts you in a position that you have to depend on yes from other people. It's going to take you from a place of independence to a place of total dependence. What you do is you establish yourself a good ass morning show. You get you a good ass microphone and you speak into the microphone. Don't turn on the camera and you just talk. That's it. You do not need not another person on that couch, because people are there to see you. We don't give a damn about no Latashas. We don't give a damn about you interviewing Cynthia Bailey or anybody else. People are there for you, Nene. For you. And that's crazy to me that all these mofos you got around you ain't said that. Girl, you got some fucking secret haters in your camp. And I said what the fuck I said. Turn off the cameras, get a microphone and talk, and come back and let me know. I guarantee you it'll work for you. I said what I said. Get them fucking haters out your camp. Because let me tell you something, for those of you tuned in, watch them hoes around you. Watch them. That they ain't never, you could do this. They ain't coming to you with no ideas how you can be great, but you're constantly pointing, hey, have you ever tried this? Nene, I'm shocked that ain't nobody told you that. You don't even need a full production. Or if you do a production, this is what I want you to do. YouTube is television in and of itself. Make your own fucking series. If Bravo don't want you, make your own series of your life, Nene, and turn it into a YouTube show. That's it. That's all. Or if not, you go to Tubi. Okay, you don't need a movie. We just need to see you. People just want to see you. That's it. That's all. And I think you would be better off talking to regular people than you would celebrities. The magic just ain't there. The black and the girl is there, but the magic is missing. Now, don't at me, those of you in the chat. If you don't like it, I'm just kidding, y'all. Talk shit on Saturdays. But what are your thoughts, real quick, Trey, about what I said?
I agree with you. For the most part, I will say that, because like I said, when I watched the interview she did with Latasha, I said in her comment section, I adore to Nene. She is a pillar in the reality show community and universe. However, I did not like, the main thing I had an issue with was her interviewing Latasha, because Latasha is just going to be up there lying and doing all this. If she's going to continue to do interviews, I just feel like she needs to pick people, like you said, that's either just off the street or people that are very lighthearted, that she can sit around and just kind of kiki with. That's what we love about Nene, the kiki. Like when she was talking to the girl that came after from the neighborhood talk, it was okay, but we got to see some of that Nene that we like, kind of the shady and stuff like that. But that this whole, let me interview these people that really don't need no platform, or that are necessary to be held accountable for things. She don't need to do that, because she's not going to be the one she's going to softball. She's not going to do any type of hardball questions, because she's needing these people to push her platform, if we're being honest. So I think she should go in the route that you said, as far as just let us see you, Nene. We don't really care about these other folks that y'all are pulling from these old, yesteryear reality shows and singing groups.
It's not a good start, Nene, and we're not hating on you. And Carla says Nene is doing conversation/interview. I love Nene's talk show. Nene is not a talk show host. And I get you like the first episode. I'm gonna tell you why I said it's not good. Nene, I took you on my walk with me, 4 miles. That means I was gonna be out there 75 minutes. Girl, I couldn't even get through the first 10 minutes. And I had it on 2.0 speed, playing fast. I couldn't do it. It just wasn't catchy enough. It's not her, y'all. Even if you enjoyed it, it's not her. It's not where she shines the most. It's not her strong trait. That's it. That's all. Nene can stand alone on her own. Now, it takes a very confident man or woman to tell you that. You ain't got to do what Carlos is doing. Don't listen to nobody else but me. I'm just kidding. Don't listen to nobody else. Go ahead.
You are telling her the truth. She needs to listen to you and stop listening to that moderator that she got over there. But I'll leave that alone.
Yeah, don't listen to none of them people around you. I'm telling you, because when you start making a certain, if everybody around you is connected to you in some way by way of work, it's not a real genuine assessment. You get what I'm saying? So you can actually do noons with Nene. And do noon with Nene, do a radio segment or do your own YouTube series without interviewing. Girl, you got enough shit going on in your life with Bryson. What's the other one name? Brenton. You dating that African man that was married. Do all of that. Like The Real World. Y'all remember The Real World long time ago? On MTV, Road Rules. Girl, show us your life. That's all people want to see. Behind the scenes, you ain't got to be doing nothing special. That's it. That's all. Create your own Instagram story as a segment in a series on YouTube. That's it. That's all.
If I can be honest, I really enjoyed her acting with the stuff that she was doing with with Brian Murphy. A lot of people didn't really care for her. I liked it. I enjoyed her acting on those different shows that she did with Ryan Murphy. So if she can somehow get back into that bag, I'm not sure if that's still available to her. But I definitely think that's a route that she could take. She's a good comedic actress. She was heading in the right direction.
Yeah, she's overthinking it to me. You thinking too hard and you trying to do all of this Oprah stuff. Stop. Throw on some joggers. Keep your face beat. Do your blonde wig and just be. You don't need nobody else. Girl, you can be in your kitchen cooking. That's it. That's it. That's all. But look, I got to move on because let me say something. I'm that was on Nene. I had to say, let me see what else I put down for Nene. It's Nene, you're going to get tired of it. You're not going to be able to sustain that level of whatever you're trying to do, of this talk show stuff on. Let whomever do that. I don't even know who told her to do that, to be honest with you. I think the podcast is headed in the wrong direction just based on who Nene is, right? I think Nene is good TV, which is why I said, go ahead. I said what the hell I said. Take all the foo-foo out and just be, girl. You'll hit and let me tell you why I say Nene is real good. Nene is naturally good. She ain't got to do no extra. Hold on. Let me see if I can find what I'm looking for. Watch this. Hold on. Don't tell me I done lost it. Nene's naturally good. She don't have to do a lot of extra. And I got some clips to prove it. Y'all gonna be like, okay, you right. You right. Just be. Go to lunch with your friends. When you having your wine, we just want to hear you sit around, talk your stuff, and just be. Let me see if I can find the clips. If not, I'll just pull them up another time. I had some clips ready to go, child. I got too much here. Give me 1 second. And then we're going to move on to Kenya and lying ass Kelly. Kelly, I want to talk about you for a little bit. And I know y'all want to give Kelly a chance, but see, you can't be lying. And the reason why I say that, Kelly, you lied. And I said, what the fuck? I said, I told y'all, oh, Kelly's nice. Give her a chance. No, Kelly lied about hearing that comment and she was leaning in way too hard for Britt Edie. I'm going to just tap on that just a little bit. Give me 1 second. Let me show you Nene just being Nene. Nene, you don't even have to try that hard. You really don't. And I really feel like Nene is searching. You know what I'm saying? Nene's searching and trying to land. But Nene, don't be desperate. Don't make decisions out of desperation. They said they're all being called out, even Angela and Kelly. I'm going to come back to them. Okay. Ace said that her interview comes off kind of forced. It's something that's just not there. It should be this ebb and flow. I don't think it's her genre. I don't think it's her lane. And I think she's seeing, and you got these boys in your ear, probably like Carlos. Yes, girl, you can go. And girl, yes. You don't need to do all that, Nene, to be honest with you. You don't need to do all that. But here we go. Let me show you something. Nene is naturally funny.
I'm on Broadway. And you're at home. Mark is twirling right on out of the marriage, him and his nose ring. Bye, Mark.
And when you said, the song's not going to sell without me on it, where was that coming from?
That was coming from my mouth. I couldn't believe that she was homeless. Not the person who has all these DVDs and producing everything all over the world. And you're a top actress, honey. Surely you are not homeless. This ain't the Oscars, is it? I'm used to something a little bit different, but let's go. We bring our own drinks up in places like this. I'm on Broadway.
That's it, Nene. That's all. Just live. Don't overcomplicate it. And I said what the fuck I said. That's it. I said what I said. Now, I want to get into this lying ass Kelly. Kelly, you see, I told y'all. First, we're going to cover the part where Kelly lied about that damn gun. Okay, because you lied. And you knew you heard Britt say it. Hold on, wait a minute. Queen Sheba, you getting ahead of you. First, you said you didn't hear it. Then you came back and said you heard it, but you didn't know she was talking to Kenya. Girl, get the hell up out of here, because Kenya didn't already let us know, and I'm going to play it too. Hold on.
You and Angela both had pivotal moments on the show. She had the dinner at the bank, obviously, where all that went down with Kenya and Britt. And one of the questions people had was, how could you not hear Britt make that comment about the pistol? I think a lot of people were like, but you were right there, Kelly. Are you sure you didn't hear it? And you did not hear her say that.
So this is the deal.
Okay.
I was in a bathroom.
Okay.
I was in the bathroom getting demiked with them sheer Mugler pants on, trying to use the bathroom. And it was a lot of commotion going down when I was in the hallway.
Okay.
When I came back out, I was then remiked, and it was still commotion going on.
Okay.
When she made that comment, I did not assume she was speaking to Kenya or about Kenya.
The point is, liar, you said you didn't hear it. So let's keep it a buck. You know what? Keep going, Queen Sheba.
She was saying that because we were in Bankhead.
Yeah.
Everybody had already made this whole thing about, oh my God, from Buckhead to Bankhead. How are we going to Bankhead to the bank, right? So of course, I bring my security with me everywhere I go, Big Kenny, for my safety and for the safety of others who are around me. So that's why when she said something about a pistol, I'm like, for what? Girl, we got Kenny here, and your husband should be pulling up to come and get you, because she didn't ride with me. Her husband picked her up and dropped her off, right? So that's why it didn't click to me that she was talking about a pistol for Kenya at that time. No,
Girl, you need to stop it. Quit playing in our faces. You knew exactly what's going on. Kelly's a social climber. She gonna go with the wind. Whoever's the most popular, whoever she feels like can give her the most advantage. But we finna get into you a little bit more, Kelly.
that's why I was like, no, not a pistol, like to harm her. I'm assuming like for safety because we were in Bankhead. That's why.
You lied. And also, they came up with that lie. Do y'all not remember Britt told Andy the same story? Oh, we were in a questionable neighborhood. Girl, y'all had 3 weeks to come up with that lie, according to Kenya.
I was like, no, Kenny, you don't need that.
Right.
I would never agree to deal with the things I have dealt with in my past. I would never agree to a firearm and someone like hurting someone in that manner.
We didn't say you would agree to hurt her. We said you lied about hearing the comment. That's it. That's all. I want to go to Dawn 1. Candy's assistant. And he's talking about, first of all, Bravo don't give a damn about Britt Edie. So Britt don't celebrate too soon. He feels like, you know what? Y'all, let me play it. Hold on.
I'm saying to you, I don't really care. I don't care about your opinion. You don't know all of the facts. I don't know all of the facts. I'm telling you that she did, for a TV purposes, what people would do in TV land. Because what you will know is this. Bravo let go of Kenya probably for 2 reasons. They did not let go of Kenya Moore, in my personal opinion, because what they felt she did was a bad thing.
So let's be clear. What he's saying is, and he said what the hell he said, Bravo don't think what Kenya did is bad, and Bravo don't think Britt. This me putting it in there. I don't think Bravo care about either one of them like that. But he's saying they don't feel like what Kenya did was bad. There's more to it. And I'm going to go ahead and lean in based on Kenya's 1 minute and 50-second rollout. They didn't take the gun thing serious.
They let go of Kenya Moore for one reason. I mean, two reasons, but here's the first. What she did, they did not want to be held liable for someone breaching what could be considered a morality clause or what could be considered harassment.
I agree. But let me say this, Dawn. Turn off your camera and go faceless. You don't have a friendly face. And you appear as if you're angry. And I know you're not. See, people got to know they lame. When you get out here, Natty, Trey, people got to know they lane. You got to know where you shine. You got to be able to come up in this motherfucker and be like, you know what? Because if your camera would have been off, that shit would have landed. Because I'm looking at the comments and people didn't like what you were saying. And I get it. I know why they didn't like it. It was your facial expression. Tell Dawn want to come take my YouTube class. But let me...
Well,
let
I
me...
mean,
Go ahead.
you're not lying. You are not lying. And I mean, Brittany could also stay off the camera because she has the way her nose is shaped. Whatever that doctor did to her, she always looked like something stink. So I just, quite honestly, I mean.
Oh.
But
Hey,
Don,
y'all.
Don does have a real nasty, like a
Disposition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he doesn't, like you said, he may not necessarily feel like that or be that way, but his face that's what his face gives.
It's just his face. It's like you gotta know, and it's not about looking good or not looking good or being pretty, attractive, handsome. It ain't got nothing to do with that. You gotta know where you get in, like where you fit with your audience. So Dawn, I don't know, Dawn Warren.
You told him right. Stay off the camera.
Stay off.
The best advice given today.
Shit. Damn.
But he is right though. I mean, but we've all been saying the same thing. Bravo don't care about these folks. Especially these black women. All they care about is if they finna get sued or not. They don't care about this stuff.
They
Bravo don't care about them white women. All they care about is the money they make off them shows.
Very true.
I'm gonna have to roll with Kenya because let's check out what Kenya had to say. Let's check out what Kenya had to say.
Really quickly though.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. It bothers me. I really don't like a lot of these transplants. Like I'm so sick of them. I'm so sick of them hearing about them. It's Bankhead. It's Bankhead. Ooh, I'm scared. Do you see this building that they built in Bankhead? That nice place that y'all was walking in. Why do y'all keep trying to use Bankhead as this area that is like it's Baghdad? No, stop doing that. Especially as black people, y'all really need to stop doing that.
I want to say something else. Kelly is in debt. Kelly, I told y'all Kelly was fake. Kelly is attempting to pull a Marlo. And I said what I said. She's trying to buy her way onto the show. But I don't think your money go that long. It may go longer, a little bit longer than the regular people. Kelly's way too extravagant. And Kelly, it's an overkill. Because come to find out, the tea that I got, hold on, and that I received, Kelly, you are being sued. It's being reported that you owe over 6 figures in unpaid rent for that Atlanta restaurant. It's called The Prado. The Prado filed a lawsuit against Kelly on March 26th in complaint. The company claims that Kelly leased a commercial spot for her Nana's Chicken and Waffles in Sandy Springs, Georgia, right? The landlord said that the 5-year lease executed on January 16, 2024 expires in August of 2029. Who in the hell, what kind of lease is that? That's a 5-year lease, okay? In the suit, the landlord claims that Kelly and Nana's have breached the terms of the lease by, amongst other things, failing to obtain required permits. Kelly, you ain't even doing your due diligence of being a bona fide and a certified business owner. You don't have the proper permits. You failed to commence tenant improvements, like you not fixing shit that you're supposed to fix in the restaurant. You failed to open the premises for business with the public, in addition to failing to pay for rent when due. So it's not open, they're saying. You're not, I don't know if you're just shooting in there or whatever you're doing. I told y'all it was fake. Episode 2, I said, this looks forced. This looks put on. It's not giving real. The project manager just told you there's no way this is going to be open in 7 days. Kelly's too fucking fake for me. I'm sorry. And the landlord said that they notified Kelly of the defaults in August, y'all, of 2024, 8 months after she entered into that contract. They sent her notice in August, October, December, February, and then again this March. So we a month ago, a little bit over a month ago. Okay. And despite receipt of the notices of default, y'all better quit acting like y'all don't get them notices. Listen. Oh, I said what I said. They say, despite receipt of the notices, neither Nanas nor the defendant has cured the monetary default or the non-monetary defaults. The landlord said Kelly has failed to comply with her obligation under the lease. As of March 25th, Nanas remains in possession of the premises, and the lease has not been terminated in writing. So Kelly's not paying her bills. Kelly's over here faking the fucking funk to keep up with to keep up with y'all calling what? What do they call it? Keep up with who? The
The
Joneses.
Joneses. Can I ask a question, Queen?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm kind of curious. When did this Nana's chicken thing start? Because I know now. Don't get me wrong. I agree. She's definitely trying to keep up with the Joneses, running around here with this, Sprinter truck or Sprinter van, just going to Kenya's thing, which is a lot, and all of those parties. She's trying to get people to spend money in these white folks' establishments. But I do have to ask, as far as like the business side, because didn't she say something about her husband had took all the money out the business account or out
She
of their
got
joint account?
several versions. One was something about 100,000, then it was a $500,000, or they had to split
Yeah,
100,000. I don't believe her in
right.
every aspect of what she's saying. I think she's faking the funk. I think she's a poser. For those of you that don't know what a poser is somebody pretending to be in these circles. She went and had her, what you say, skin, her face pulled back to her spine. She
No,
done did
that
all
was
of that.
Kathy Hilton, but she did. Yeah, she's had some work done. You can tell. I just hope that she's not. I don't know. I'm not a big. All of these girls are kind of boring to me, just to be honest with you. But it's odd that she would sign a lease for 5 years for a restaurant when, as long as I remember, that restaurants normally don't even last for 2 years if they're lucky. That lasts for up to 2 years. So her signing a 5-year lease sounds kind
Yeah.
of wild, just to be honest.
Simone said, but Queen, this is not surprising. She's going through a divorce, but she ain't got it like that. Yeah, he stole 100,000, but she don't have it like that. She's pretending to be what she ain't. She don't have it like that, and she's pretending, and she's locking horns in a good way with the girls that do have. You see, she's all up under Shamia, all up under Kenya. I think she's fake, and I said what I said. I know the judge ordered him to put it back. I understand all of that, but I'm saying outside of that, she ain't got it like that. You can't see through that, Simone. You can't see through that. Ray Charles can see that. And it's not the fact that she don't have it, right? That's not what I'm harping on. I'm harping on that you pretending that you do. You doing all of this. You extravagant, you shutting down stores and shit, paying for the mall, paid over $40,000, but can't pay them people their money. And I don't like that kind of stuff, because when you don't pay rent, that's a business owner that has bought that commercial property, right? So when you don't pay your rent, somebody else suffers in their business. So it ain't no excuse. And I said what I said. Welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. Lala, catch up with Lala. What you standing on?
I'm standing on business today because I got a bone to pick with you, Queen Sheba.
Okay, well, come on. Get down on
Yeah,
it.
because I hear
Come
you've been
on
calling
now.
my name out in these streets looking for
I
me, yeah?
did.
Yeah, I heard about you. You just want to argue. I'm tired of arguing with you, Queen Sheba, okay? So I'm going to make something clear. Leave my girl Garcelle alone. I found that black card and it's staying with her, ain't going nowhere. Whoever gave it to you can go bugger off, okay? Leave Garcelle alone. And I said what I said, Queen Sheba.
Oh, hold on. I got to give you this one. Hold on now. All right, I'm a leave Garcelle alone. I'm gonna leave her alone. Lala came up here and read me down and said, "You gonna keep her name out your mouth."
I love
They loving
Garcelle.
it.
I'm a ride for Garcelle, okay?
You and Simone love y'all some. I like Garcelle a lot, but I just don't like her spine. How she curved her spine and tucked her leg behind them tucked her tail behind them white women. I don't.
I know it
'Cause
can look like that, but I don't think for her it wasn't like that. She's
It was
just
like
really
that.
trying to find a resolve with them, but she didn't know what game plan they had. She wasn't about games, but they came with a game plan. They had their little meeting behind the meeting, like you said before, Queen Sheba. There's always a meeting behind the meeting. Do you remember that?
I said
That's
it's a
what they
meeting
did on
before
that
the meeting
chick.
and a meeting after the
Yeah.
meeting. And if you didn't get
Okay.
invited to either one, then you're not in the inner crowd.
Yeah. Well, she figured that out. She ain't with, they weren't feeling her all these seasons. And she did what she had to do. I'm proud of her. I know people may think, oh, she's spineless. She walked off. She's unprofessional. Who the hell you calling unprofessional? Take a look in the mirror, you dumbass cow. Okay? I can't stand that pathetic, fake ass chick with 5 different accents. Get it together, boo. Your house is in foreclosure. Okay? Get it together.
Look.
Anyway, I said what I said. Now,
Okay, well, I'm gonna say what I need to say. Now listen. Listen. Now y'all tell the truth. Did Garcelle or did she not fumble the ball as it relates to Black Girl Magic? Up there crying for her worthiness, wanting them women to validate her in real time. That's what it comes down to. I don't care how we try to slice it and dice it. What it came down to is, had Sutton patted her on the head and told her good girl and leaned in a little bit more, she would still be on that show. But because her good old white friend, Miss Sutton, didn't defend her, she threw a fucking temper tantrum, marched off the show, and didn't come back. You know why? Because you forgot. You forgot who you were. You drank the Kool-Aid in Hollywood and you really thought you became one of them. You downed and decreased your blackness so that you didn't pose a threat over the last 4 to 5 years. And you were taken back that badass Bose came through, stood on her black and outplayed you. That's it. That's all. And I said what I said.
oh, hell to the no.
I said
No,
what I
no,
said.
no. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave you with that,
I'm
Queen
gonna let you
Sheba.
cook. I'm gonna let you cook.
Okay. I ain't going to cook after that because you know how I feel. You know
Okay.
how I feel, Queen Sheba.
You got back up in the chat. They trying to back you up.
Let me tell you something. Garcelle has never, and I will say never, gave up her black card or her black girl magic for these dumb ass, washed
Yes,
up,
she did.
wasted white girls. That's your opinion, Queen, and this is my opinion. And I am telling you, she never did. She came out there and she even told them, your whiteness is what allows you to say the shit that you say. I can't say half the things I say because I have a reputation. I have an image. There's a
Uh-huh.
reason why she's been voted one of the top, one of the top 50 beautiful black women, successful black actresses in Hollywood. There's a reason for that. It wasn't because she couldn't, get along with white people. She'd been there in the game, but when she came in there and educated these dumbass chicks, she showed them your whiteness is how you get away with shit. Don't put that stamp on me in terms of, I'm angry or I don't know how to deal with you guys and I'm always using race card. No, she came in there and did what she had to do. Yes, Sutton backstabbed her. Sutton ain't no one's friend, a dumbass bitch. Excuse my language. I'll take that back. I don't like Sutton. Only
Well, she
reason I like
couldn't.
Sutton was
How
a
long do it
Garcelle
take you
because
to
like,
realize somebody ain't your friend? 5
but
years, 6, 20?
no, listen, I think they were friends. They were friends, and I'm going to cover this today. They were friends. However,
Oh,
what
who was
you
friends?
consider a
You
friend,
really
1
think
minute,
they were
Queen,
friends?
Queen, I wouldn't, they were
Trey, you think
friends.
they
What
were
you can,
friends?
sorry, repeat that again.
That was a one-sided friendship.
That's what I'm
Oh
about to
yeah,
say, Queen.
it was
It's now
definitely
it
a one
became,
sided.
yeah, now it is a one-sided friendship.
Yep.
Before it looked like it was a two-way street, but now that we see everything come together, it seems like it was a one-way street and it was a
It was always
one-sided
a one way
friendship.
street, Lala. I'm so sorry to tell you that. The
Sorry,
only reason
sorry,
I said what I said was that it
yeah,
was always a one sided street, and
okay.
I apologize. I hate to have to tell you that. The only reason I feel, is my opinion, the only reason that Sutton even played into a friendship with Garcelle is because she didn't have anybody else. The other girls already didn't like her, and it was easy for them to team up on Erica because Erica had all of that stuff going on with the courts. It was a lot easier for them to kind of come at Erica with all of that kind of stuff because Erica, a lot of that stuff Erica just couldn't hide. It's a lot harder for her to bag Garcelle up when she's coming at Dorit because Dorit stuff is like all conjecture or hypothesis and stuff like that. And then she just loves Kyle. I really feel
And
like,
yeah, I can see your point of view. I can see that. I can see that.
yeah,
I think Garcelle and Sutton's friendship was it formed over trauma of being the two girls that everybody don't get along with, and then from that it formed into a friendship. I can see it's
Okay,
one-sided now. I didn't see it from before, but from
I
my point of view,
disagree.
it formed in a trauma bond. I think
Did
it
they
was a
both
trauma
come on
bond.
at the same time? Right, the same season. They started at the same time. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, and
Okay.
Sutton
Okay.
never liked Garcelle at the beginning. Do you remember she said Garcelle's uncouth to ask her where she got her money
Right.
from?
And
Yeah.
that's fine. That's true. But see, Garcelle has always produced on this show. Garcelle was always the one when you thought you was getting close to her, she would come down and ask you W-O-W, a wow question. I remember when they were in Arizona. Was that Arizona, y'all, in that house? Wasn't that Kyle's house when they was in there? And she went back and told everything about Erica. And Erica thought that they had this private conversation. Now, I'm not saying I like Erica or anything like that. But I'm just saying Garcelle has never really been genuine and never really like held anything to her chest. You can't tell her shit without her coming to the camera to talk about what y'all have talked about behind closed doors. I said that to say, don't be surprised if the other women don't want nothing to do with you, white or black. Okay? If you gonna be talking my damn business, if I say that shit off camera, I said it off camera for a reason, sister. And I
can I
said
just say,
it. I
go ahead, I'm
said
sorry.
what I said. I don't give a damn. Come on up in here, Stephanie.
Go ahead, Stephanie.
Hey, Queen, how y'all doing? Nah, wait a minute. Didn't everybody say, "Oh, we love Sutton, we love Sutton"? I told y'all Sutton was
Who
no
said that?
good. Miss Lotta, y'all said y'all was crazy about Sutton.
Oh, I ain't that never came out of
Oh, I ain't said that.
Yes,
Run the
you
tape
did.
back.
I told y'all.
Run the tape back.
I
Run the
I
said,
tape
remember,
back.
Stephanie. I remember, but go ahead.
That's why I brought myself on in there. I said I wasn't gonna, interrupt y'all because I love hearing y'all talk. But you said you love Sutton, and I told y'all Sutton wasn't shit from the beginning. And I know I stand on that, baby. Don't you remember that, Queen, when I said
I
y'all gonna get
remember.
mad at me? But I said I do not
Hmm.
like Sutton. I do not trust her. And all y'all, whoever, oh yeah, we like Trey was in the conversation, but he ain't said nothing. But
I remember.
we like Sutton. We love Sutton. Sutton ain't that bad.
It was
Sutton is
all
just
them
I
black people in the
told
chat
y'all
today that was saying
that's
that. I see them.
right.
They out here. Go
I
ahead.
know. Sutton ain't shit. I told y'all Sutton is don't get me started where I think Sutton is.
Okay, so
I don't
listen.
think she ever liked Garcelle, to be honest with you. I
Somebody
think she
said
used her.
right here. They said, nah, not that comment. Let me find that other comment. Damn, I should have saved it. Garcelle is in a difficult position. Nanny of the Maroon says Garcelle is in a difficult position, like most light-skinned women. They are more accepted by clear folks than a dark-skinned woman. So sometimes it's hard for them to represent their black side. I beg to differ. I think white folks, in particular, white men are more accepting of darker skinned black women. Bose is a perfect example. Just got her own reality show with Jimmy Fallon.
She sure did.
So it ain't no excuses for Garcelle gallivanting around like that. And we didn't snatch. So
I
since
really
Lala
hope that
said she
show.
found the black card, we revoked the Haitian card. How about that? Yeah, I said what
Nah,
I said.
nah.
Yeah, we revoked the Haitian card.
Don't play
Yeah, you can
word
pull a
games.
Haitian card.
Don't
Go on
play
and pull it.
word games, Queen Sheba. She's got all her cards, okay?
But she's a Haitian. She's not a Black American. She's not a descendant of a slave, is she? I'm
Thank
not
you.
sure, but
That's what she said. She
I
said
just feel like she
she's
was
not
not
black,
prepared.
she's
She came into
Haitian.
their reunion
Mhm.
unprepared, and I feel like didn't Andy say something as far as like they had a discussion before. He knew that she was kind of on her way out, and it was the reunion that kind of sealed the deal. I feel like she just felt like she didn't have any backup. So that's why she was like, okay, I'm gonna leave. And she left Sudden because she was mad at Sudden, and she said, I'm not going to dinner with this white lady, and she just left early. That's what she did. She clocked out on time. I don't blame her for that. I think I like Garcelle.
I
I
do
like
too.
Garcelle mainly because she was the only one calling these women out. If Bose kind of goes into that area, maybe I would like her. It's not that I didn't like Bose. I just honestly, if I'm being 100%, Beverly Hills always to me just felt like a white space. And I know we have, we like to talk about race and all that kind of stuff, but I feel like there is if black people can have black spaces, I feel like white people can have white spaces. And I feel like that Beverly Hills show is it's just not. I feel like they're always going to have to walk on on eggshells. They can't say nothing, and then all of a sudden it's a microaggression. Okay, we get that, but if we're just going to do that all the time, these white women are not going to have any type of room to actually be themselves.
I just I don't understand the fact of knowing what you walking into and then crying about it. When have a black woman ever sat up there and cried about backup from white women? What the fuck? Like, what you doing, Garcelle? That's what pissed me off. That's what pissed me off. That's what made me. I like Garcelle, but you go home and you say that. You get what I'm saying? You don't say that on camera. When do we ever need some bad? And listen, I love my white women that are here. American born, Queen Liz, Deb, that come by every now. I like y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. But let me tell y'all something. Listen, I don't even know what I want to say, but just that's all.
No, but Queen, I don't think she was crying. I won't consider her crying. I just think it's a disappointment. You can feel disappointed and hurt that people do not want to see your side and they're just concentrating on bashing you. And I think that is what it was. It wasn't crying. I think it was just disappointment. After all these seasons, you still want to see me like that.
But were they bashing her?
They were not bashing her.
Not, but you know what I mean,
They were
bashing.
just
I mean,
calling
like
her
coming
to the
at her
for all the stuff she was saying on
yeah,
camera.
but she has a right to that, and they were saying stuff too. So why is it okay for them and not for her?
I'm
And why
not
is it
saying
not
it's
okay
not.
for her to call
I'm
up
not
on
saying
it?
that it's not okay. What I'm saying is that if you are going to sit on camera and say all these things and make all these hypotheses about this lady that just got robbed, 2 years ago, and you still talking about, I think it was a setup from her and her husband, but I'm not going to really say that. Y'all have. I mean, I do not. I can't stand Dorit. I can't stand Brokey Dorit or Brokey Erica. But at the end of the day, when they give them so much throughout the season, not Erica, Garcelle and Sutton, all of them, when they're coming against them at the season, you're not doing anything but giving them ammunition for the reunion to act like some scorned Karen. They're the victim. They just gave the opportunity to be the ultimate victim, and they didn't. And they couldn't fight back for some reason. They just decided not to. That's the problem that I have.
But
Like,
she
don't sit
gave
there
her
and be doing all
opinion.
that
I
talking if you're not
understand
going
that.
to. Yeah.
I know. I totally 100% understand that. But it's giving your opinion, you know? And Garcelle, one thing I liked about her is she called out the questions that a lot of people were asking, you know, on socials and everything. She said it. She had the, you know, ability to say it. What Garcelle let me down on the reunion was she should have spoken up more. Instead of just saying it's my feelings, she should have said it's my feelings and what? I said what I said. What's your part? You know what I mean? If she stood her ground on it, it would have made a lot of people feel like, yeah, that's her opinion. You have loads of opinions, right? Why are you coming at her own opinion? So I think she should have stood her ground more, but I think she did what was best for her, and I'm happy that she did what's best for her.
She should have
Good
said that shit in their
afternoon,
face. She should have went
everyone.
back to Instagram talking shit after she got off the show.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Simone, good afternoon, honey. I'm
She'll
so
go to
happy
watch
you're
what happened
here.
live. She'll go to
Hey,
watch what happened
Simone.
live to my F Erica. Say that shit when she right there.
But you
Garcelle is a
can't.
backbiter. Is that what you're trying to say, Queen? She's just a backbiter. She'll bite you in your back, but she ain't gonna say it to your face.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Well, come on in, Simone.
I'm here, but I think what's going over, at least to me, in my opinion, a lot of people's head, she was given real. She's been real this entire time. She's put her feelings out there. She was a real and genuine friend. And don't everyone sit up here and act like you know it's exactly when someone don't be your friend no more. Everyone done got. I don't care if you've been a friend for 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Someone done got your ass and show that they weren't your friend. They done talked about your ass behind your back. They done slept with your husband. They done did some foul shit and you didn't see it coming. So don't act like we all just, we just know everything. We see it as soon as something happens. No, sometimes you get got, and she got. She felt like the old girl Sutton was her friend, and she was disappointed. What we saw was disappointment. She was being real because all them other fakers up there on that stage, they fake everything. They don't want to talk about everything. the last 15 minutes of the show, you got Kyle and her sister up there talking about describing an entire lesbian relationship without saying the word lesbian, and mad because someone is talking about it and bringing it up because you want to hide it and sweep it under the rug and talk to them off camera and basically tell them not to talk about it, but you can talk about any little thing that they do. And I think that's her point. Her point was she can say anything and they're going to make a mountain out of a molehill when Garcelle says something. They can say whatever they want to. They can talk about her kids and do all of that, and she can accept their apology and think they've moved on, but yet they'll come to a reunion, have the meeting before the reunion to agree to pile up on her, and she's disappointed. Period. I don't think that's that difficult to understand. She showed real, genuine feelings. I don't care if she's a black girl and these are white women. So what? So what? A friend is a friend, regardless of whatever their color is. She considered that white woman her friend, and she got disappointed. Period. And she is well liked. She's well received. She showed genuine personality and friendship, not like all them other fakers, including the new one.
I'm not saying Garcelle is fake, I'm not disagreeing with you, Simone or Lala. But all I'm saying is that if we are being honest with ourselves, this is a reality show, and as a viewer, I'm watching Garcelle sit on camera in her confessionals that happened before the reunion and talk at length about how Sutton has disappointed her on many occasions. But yet you sit in the reunion and you think for a minute that Sutton is going to sit there and help you out when she hasn't been helping you out the whole year.
Well, I think she came to that realization when they were in Barbados or wherever, St. Thomas or wherever they were, St. Lucia.
So for her to just walk off the stage and quit because, and everybody's making it seem like as though it was because of, if we're all saying that it was because of Sutton didn't back her up, Sutton ain't backing her up. Like, if we have to be honest, it's a reality show. She's watching this. I'm sure she's watching these episodes too. I mean, I know that they're edited, but at the same time, how much grace do we have to give her if she's going to continue to walk off the ledge? Like, I mean, I don't know how much rope do we need before she hangs herself.
Her walking off was good reality TV because we sitting up here talking about it.
Yeah, I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying that,
it was good reality TV. To see her walk out that stage, that was good reality TV. She didn't cuss at him. She didn't do anything. If she would have started cussing and doing the Nene, we'd be talking about that shit. She walked off. She didn't cuss. She didn't do any of that shit. She didn't act all nasty. She walked off. Okay? She closed the door on it, period. She unfollowed them bitches and she's done. She ain't come out here and did the neck roll and did none of that shit. She is doing it the way she wants to do it. We can't expect her to act like a Nene or a Kenya. Everyone wants her to act a certain way. She's acting like she's always acting.
She cursed them out on what's what. First of all, American born snitches get stitches. Snitches get stitches. Hold on now.
She don't need no black card because she got platinum, baby. She got platinum, and she can use other friends and associates black cards.
I'm tired of it. Now I don't let you have your go.
Let them know. I already called out Queen Shiba. She knows. I sent her a personal message.
She don't need that black card. Keep it. Y'all can keep it because she got real friends who ain't taking no black card from her. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna put you. I'm tired of it now. I done let y'all have the floor, and I done listened to this shit long enough. I can barely stand it. I can barely stand it. I had to go over here and walk around in a circle and do a victory lap. But let me tell you something. Listen,
I don't want to hear about this.
Well, you gonna hear it today. And there I'll come my child.
Lord Jesus.
Hold on. Let me say what I need to say. First of all, I didn't cover it up for Garcelle for a number of weeks because I really didn't want to say the shit. But I'm finna say it today. We finna talk. First of all, let's just talk about it. Garcelle curved Bose because she probably thought Bose was too fucking black, too African.
Oh,
hold on, let me finish. Hold on. Too black, too African. Not Hollywood enough. So when Bose got with her, I didn't want to say it because but I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna tiptoe around these people. So when Bose met with her to do Sister Girl, Garcelle didn't want nothing to do with that dark skin woman that probably is not Hollywood enough. Okay, let's talk about it.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Bose tried to connect with her. See, y'all ain't talking enough about that for my taste. Bose was
Because
the
she
one
knows
that
she fake.
no,
She
hold
already
on.
know it.
faker than a
People
dollar
talk,
bill.
okay?
I don't
People
think Bose
talk.
is
Bose
fake.
was the one that extended the invitation. Now let
She
me tell
knows
you
Bose is
something.
Oprah Winfrey Jr.
Let me finish. Hold on. If you are the one, if you've been the sister, the staple sister, and 3 or 4 sisters have come through after you, you see, she, for whatever reason, she just don't take well to other Black women. It appears. How come
Oh,
you ain't?
Lord.
Listen, we
Are
didn't
you
have.
saying dark
Oh.
skinned black
Play
We
the
didn't
white
ladies?
have
man for
three.
yourself, Queen Sheba. Play the white
She
man
has
for
a
yourself.
slew of Black
Hold
friends.
on.
Come
Are
Hold
on.
you
on. Let me
saying
get to
dark
it, and then
skinned
y'all
black
can play the white
ladies?
man. Y'all, hold on. So I'm watching this. I'm like, so Bose extended the invitation. Bose reached out. You
Oh,
accepted. Bose trying to connect with you on every level.
please.
You don't even want to connect with her because you didn't think Bose was gonna make it. And look at
Oh,
Bose now. Bose got in
oh.
that damn show. Bose stood on her own 2 feet. She aligned herself with Dorit, but at the same time, she playing her game. Bose is doing what Bose need to do. Bose ain't looking for nobody to validate her worthiness. And when Sutton came at her and said, "You're strong," something about strong, I am
I
strong.
am
She didn't,
strong.
she didn't run away from her Blackness. She
That's
leaned
a
into
Black
it.
woman's trope. They always
Yeah.
tell us we strong. What
But
you
this
think
okay,
a
they
Black woman
do.
gonna
But
say? I ain't strong?
I'm talking about how you handle it. See, Bose didn't cry about it. She said,
Because
"I
they
am."
ain't do nothing to her yet.
They tried. You see
No,
how Sutton tried. Sutton
they
said
ain't nothing.
aggressive, attack, strong. She tried, and Bose
Nah,
didn't
don't do
say,
Please,
that. Don't
no,
do that.
no, no.
Don't
She
do
I
said
agree
that.
with
in the
you,
and she said
Queen.
in the
I agree with
confessionals
you,
she
Queen.
was pissed. Pissed
Go
equals
tell something
angry.
else.
Anyway,
Garcelle want to be the only one and
You
was
want to be the
mad
no,
when
only
the white
one.
ended.
no,
Mm-hmm. I believe
Nah,
it.
no.
no.
I
Hell
think
to
so.
the
I'm
no,
sorry.
no.
Hey, we all have our opinion. And look, I let y'all talk. I hadn't said a word. I truly
Go ahead.
believe that Garcelle wanted to be the only black lady on Beverly Hills. I really do.
I think so
And when
too.
you said about the dark, you think it's that some of us black people are predators against our own people. You think that has something to do with it?
I think
No.
it's not accepted in Hollywood to be that dark.
Yeah.
Think about how we
Yeah.
make fun of it when we
What?
were kids. So listen,
What?
come on, I don't know where you from.
I
We
never
got
did.
Viola Davis. People are knocking on her door
No,
left
No,
and
I'm
I'm
right.
talking
not
about
We
racist.
got
I
Real
Viola.
love
What the
black.
hell?
Housewives.
Look at Oprah. Oprah got to where she. I mean, come on. We got to some
Quit playing with me.
understand it
No,
in
we
some
just bringing it
situations,
up,
but not
Simone.
in this
No.
situation.
Yeah,
Bose has a
maybe so.
reputation. Her reputation precedes her. Come on, let's
Nah.
not act like
Y'all
Queen, me
not
and you
looking
cool.
at the
And I know you
under.
getting close to someone, and I know they a hellhound. I ain't gonna call. I'm gonna call you and be like, look, I know you working with
Simone,
them, but hey, you
they
need to
hadn't
watch
even
out
gotten there
because
yet.
X, Y, Z happened.
Simone, they hadn't even gotten there yet. Bose,
But
like
No.
I'm
Messy
telling you,
Kentucky
she
said,
know.
Bose,
Garcelle been in the industry for 30 years.
and
They
she want to be
people
the only
talk.
one.
Come on. She has a reputation.
Calm
Bose
down,
acts
Simone.
Girl.
like
Queen is trying to
Oprah
wind us
Winfrey.
up.
She acts like
Queen,
she only Oprah.
Simone,
I'm
you
on
don't know
Hold
what
Queen's
Queen Sheba's
side.
doing. She's
I'm
trying
on
to wind
Queen's
us up.
side.
Simone, don't fall for it.
I
Don't
said
fall
Oh,
for
it.
okay.
Queen Sheba. I'm not
Okay.
falling for it. Queen Sheba, I said
Thank you,
what I
Lala.
said.
Thank
Stop
you for
trying to
telling
revoke
me
the
that.
I
Thank
baton.
said
you.
what I said. I'm on Queen's
Okay?
side because I believe Garcelle got some little hidden
Trying to
stuff
act
in
like
her.
y'all act like Garcelle light skinned or something. She ain't even light skinned. She
lighter
brown
than
skinned.
Bose.
Come on. A lot of people are lighter than Bose. So what?
But listen, see, Garcelle, see, they both got a lot in common. Garcelle should have been more friendly. They both had white
Please.
men and biracial kids.
That's
Why
exactly
you don't
right.
want to jug with Bose? Why you don't want to sit next to Bose? How
Because she see her
funny.
for what she is.
Ah, that
And
is shit
what's
in the
that?
Queen.
store.
She sees her for what she is. You
Listen.
not come on, like I just said, you are my friend. If I see someone I know has done XYZ and did a lot of
We're
dirt
not talking
and you
about that,
getting close to
Simone.
them,
We
I'm
talking
going to
about
tell you, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just going to tell you this is what I know. This is what has happened with that person. So
uh-uh.
just keep that in your
Uh-uh.
head. I'm not
Then why
saying you
would you carry that? Okay, let me ask you this.
Oh
Hold on.
Lord, come on
Hold on.
now.
Hold
Come
Can I
on.
say
on.
Hold
something
on.
Okay,
You're
really
Miss
not
quick?
going
Queen
to tell
Sheba,
me,
before you
la
ask
la, if
anything,
I'm your friend, I'm going to warn you. I'm not going to tell you shouldn't tell you what to do, but I'm going to let you know
It is
what has
prejudgment.
happened.
Healthcare workers. Yeah, she
okay, but can
prejudging
I,
Bose. Here's the thing.
this
Hold on.
quick Queen, can I
Prejudging
just
Bose.
quickly say something before
Hold on.
you ask your question? Can I quickly just
Go
say
ahead.
one
Go
part?
ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna make it clear so everybody in the chat knows. Queen Sheba, keep this energy for next year. Keep this energy
I am.
for next
I'm gonna
year,
be right
okay?
here.
And I'm gonna say this
Yes.
again. Stop trying to revoke that card because I'm not playing with you
Yes.
today, okay? I ain't falling for it. Simone,
Hold
stop falling
on.
for Queen Sheba today.
Okay, okay.
I got I
Let
got
me
something for
wind
all of
down.
y'all. I
Happy
got something for
Shut Your
all of
Ass
y'all.
Up
Hold on.
Saturday. You already know the assignment. Pretty simple. Keep the petty on high heat. And if somebody starts talking that silly shit, it's shut your ass up. Petty-luya.
I'm gonna be here next season. Bose already doing her
Mm,
thing. Bose is on Jimmy Fallon.
mm.
Bose is over there. She finna get them white women to run for their money. And y'all, we like to troll over here. It ain't no hate. We just like to talk. That's why we hone in on black
And the
Can I
ratings
point
about to go
something
to
out really
hell.
quickly?
We
And the
just
ratings
talking our
for
shit over
Beverly
here.
Hills
That's
about
it.
to go to hell too.
Can I
Listen,
point something out really quickly?
go ahead, Trey.
Please, Trey.
Okay, so I will say that Queen, when you first started off talking, I was like, "Oh Lord, I don't know where you was going with it." But by the end, I can see what you're saying. I don't know if I 100% agree, but I can definitely. When you were talking, it kind of reminded me of what was the girls over there on Potomac, Wendy and the
Mm-hmm.
other girl,
Oh,
both of
yes,
the two
yes,
Africans.
yes,
I feel
Come
like
on
yes.
that
now.
that 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 across the pond, that blood that comes across the pond. It's not American
You talking
born,
about
but
Robin and Giselle?
no, I'm talking about Wendy Osefo and the other black African girl that tried to come on and
NECA.
was
NECA.
NECA. Yeah, that's where we go.
Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was very much. I can see it kind of gave that energy. Like I want to be the only one
Oh
over
wow.
here.
Oh wow.
And
Look how we
Now.
skip over look how
Now.
we skip over what's the name? What's her name? Giselle and Robin and
Giselle
how they
and
We're not
treated
Robin.
talking about
because
Wendy.
I'm
Giselle and
talking
Robin.
about.
Look how
Y'all
we
I'm not
skip
not
talking
over
about
that.
those two.
Look how
Those
we
two are
skip over
Giselle
that.
and
Yeah.
Robin.
Ain't that
Oh, I
something,
have a
la
lot to
la?
say
But
about
wait a
that,
No,
minute,
but
it's
I'm
going
ain't
over
that
gonna.
your head
something?
though.
We
Giselle
can
and
skip
Robin
over
are
how Giselle
American-born black
treated
women.
them.
They
Oh
are
wow.
descendants of slaves. I'm talking
Oh
about a
wow.
Haitian woman and another woman from where I'm not sure where Bose is from, but I know she's
We
not
in America,
American-born.
they black. They don't give a
She's
damn about that
African.
African.
No, but it's
We
not.
in
It's a
America,
different
they
thing
don't
though.
care. White folks don't care
Hold on.
about
Let
that.
him cook.
I'm not,
Let him
we're
cook,
not talking about what
Simone.
white folks care about. I'm talking about what black people, what black Americans
We don't
understand,
care
and
about
what
that.
Africans that come to America
One at a
understand.
time.
There's two different things. It's two different cultures, and they give two different vibes. I mean, it's the truth. I'm not saying that they should be fighting. I'm not saying that we should all be separate. I'm just saying that I can understand and I can see because from my experience with some and from my experience of listening to others' experience with some, that it can be a different thing. They do like to. There's a lot of competition that comes over there, and they don't want to be. They
Thank you.
want to be the only one. That's all I'm saying.
Because Wendy fought tooth and nails for NECA to get be off that show. Even when Ashley was the
So
one that
did
started the
Giselle.
wish. Now.
So did Giselle. She fought tooth and
Yeah,
nail to get Wendy
Giselle
off.
gave up. No, no, not
She
Giselle.
and
Garcelle
Candy.
gave up when Bose came at Sutton about that angry black woman stuff, which actually was just a bunch of bull because she said it in the that she was upset or angry or whatever. She claimed to be it, and Sutton was just calling that out. I don't think Sutton was coming at her or saying things to her in that way. I feel like Bose just used that. And that's the same thing that Garcelle likes to use against the other girls. And now that she saw that Bose was using it, we can't have two Africans on here talking about
Thank
everybody
you.
doing microaggressions. It's not gonna work for the show. But you got two black women and then all these other white women. Now they really gonna be scared. I can't say none of these black ladies. because
Yeah,
it's
and
all
I
just
think
going to be a
it's unfair.
microaggression.
Let me tell you, at first when Garcelle came on the show and she pointed it out, I was like, great. I like a little bit of education, awareness. But year after year, season after season, here's the problem. You walking into a predominantly white show. We can't keep leaning on that. Either you're gonna get in and play ball, call it when it needs to be called. Garcelle did a really good job of that initially, but then all of a sudden, when Bose felt like it was happening, and I don't really think, let me not even go that deep. Garcelle rolled her eyes. Rolled her eyes. Couldn't even relate.
You know what it
You know
is.
why? You know why? Because it was her toy that said it. It was her number two. She couldn't fathom how Bose would actually accuse Sutton of such a thing. Well, you've been doing it to Kyle, to all of them. But she couldn't relate to another sister girl going through the same thing. But okay. Uh-huh. That's what I
Yeah, it
thought. But let
reminds me of Giselle, Wendy, and Candace. That's what it reminds me of. I don't care about that whole they from Africa, she from
Yeah.
Haiti and Ghana. Don't care. Don't matter.
They say what sign is Bose? I think Aquarius. A lot of them are January babies. I don't know. You have to look it up. But listen, let me play this since we're talking about it. Because Kenya Moore points out, everybody mute up so we won't have feedback. I'm going to play this quick clip and then we're going to talk about it and wrap up. I'm going to put it on double speed. Here we go, y'all.
She was yelling and screaming, and it was then that I heard her say the following words. That's why I keep a for like you. You didn't hear it. I heard it. It didn't make the edit. We're 3 weeks into filming, and this girl we don't know is threatening to unalive me. A live interview where Andy asked her, did she have a and she said, oh no, I didn't have a well, I have proof otherwise. Investigate that night, everyone went home. But weeks later, you want to say, oh, we had an investigation and found that you weren't in violation of the policy. Hey, did you have a night? No. Okay, investigation closed. Any place that it will put people in danger and say you have a gun and not be committing a crime. That's not a crime. That's not against policy. I'm just asking the question. That happened on Beverly Hills. You think she would be in jail or punished or out of a job? You think if she had said that to Kyle or Teresa Giudice or any other housewife on any other show, do you think she would still have a job? I'm just asking the question. And you may end up having to delete this, but I'm going to say it. You tell me if it's too harsh, but where I'm from, that's why the decision was made. Leave me alone. The person likely will leave you alone. And they certainly wouldn't be going around playing victim. They would just go on about their business and find another target. That's that. You want the truth? That's the truth.
Let me go to the first lady of the table. Welcome. Saturday morning, I said what I said. What you standing on? You're on mute.
Listen here. Thank you for having me. I stand with Kenya because if this had happened on any other franchise on the Bravo network, it would a black woman saying that she's going to threaten a white woman. Oh, that black woman would have been off. I feel like old girl Britt Edie was looking for a moment. Kenya has a special way of reading somebody, right? I'm not saying the revenge was cool, but you don't get the right to tell me how to react when somebody threatened my life. And let's take it back. Kenya's life has been threatened a few times, even with that dude that she was dealing with. So I just kind of feel like we've seen Kenya with her mom and things like that. Kenya has a lot going on. And I feel like her PTSD trigger off and she just needed that liquid courage. As y'all saw, with this happening, her life being threatened. Now she's drinking heavily. When have we seen Kenya drinking straight up out the bottle, straight shots, right? I'm not saying that it's right, but I'm just saying, we don't get the right to tell her how to respond. But I do feel like if she was going to be off the show, Britt Edie and her fraudulent ass should have been off the show as well. Yes, I wish that Britt Eady would find her another storyline, find her another face, give Nicki Minaj her style. It's like she's a doppelganger on the show. And let's get into it. Is her and that man really married? Okay, you were Rick Ross's girlfriend at one point in time. We know Rick Ross don't like to take care of his kids, according to Tia Kemp. I'ma yield the floor.
Oh, hold on. Listen, baby, the church bells are going off. The church bells are sounding. Listen, is she married? Is she's married? I's married now. Is that a pimp or is that her husband? Number one.
Baby, it's giving pimp. I used to be a call girl. I used to be in the corn industry. I was a model for
Uh-huh.
XXX videos. Honey, I know it. Once you surround yourself with big celebrities, it takes your price up. So I could just be me today, but let me allegedly, I'm just gonna say this out loud. And this is just allegations. If I'm with Future tomorrow, I'm gonna use him as advertisement. So yesterday's price ain't today's price.
Hold on. Is Ming Lee a call girl?
Listen, the girls are doing what they have to do to survive.
Okay, hold on now.
Allegedly.
I'm nosy. Hold on. Because Kenya said that Brit still got her price out on the auction block, 1,400.
Oh, absolutely. Just because these girls come on this show and some of these ladies rent their homes, Karen Huger, so they don't really have it like that. I think that Britt Eady's goal was to get as much camera time and become the show, become the star. But you forgot we have Portia over here. And when we talk about getting to the bag, Portia's about her bag. So maybe she should have teamed up with Portia a little bit. And got some, had some conversations on which way to go, but she's putting her hoe out there. It's one thing to be a hoe, but it's one thing to advertise that you are a hoe.
I think so. Let me say this before the rest of the people jump in and pile on. I
Okay.
said that, y'all. Last episode when I gave my recap, I kept looking at her. I said, "It's giving escort. It's just something about her that's just oozing escort. She can't get away from it, and she's coming to her own brunch with her titties hanging out. Like it's just not giving housewife. Number one, the husband ain't husbanding. The husband is not. I'm a married woman. It is not giving that. He's very I don't know. But see, she can't link up with Portia because Portia don't have a pimp. Hold on, Portia out there on her own, calling her own shots, and also, kind of finding her own connects. And
Paul,
so,
sister, you remember Thomas said that Portia had come to the house. Miss Diane was there. They had a man there and was trying to stick him up to get on up out of there. Okay, I'm mute.
oh, hold on, let me see. Oh, y'all. So let me ask y'all this. I do believe, like Kenya said, had Britt Eady popped off to a white woman, I keep a gun in my purse for bitches like you, she would have been ran up out of there. Hell, it don't have to be Kyle Richards. Shit, it could be Kim Zolciak if the truth be told. If the truth
I'm
be
glad
told.
you brought Kim Zolciak up because remember Kim Zolciak's husband, he was strapped on every show and he was pretty much like her handler, aka pimp. Let's go.
Oh, let me see what they got to say, child. They quiet on this panel.
He don't like black people.
I was just waiting for her to finish. But yeah.
Me too.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, I can agree. I can see, because honestly, from the beginning, when I first saw Britt and her husband, to me, I guess I gave them more grace. To me, it gave, he is doing something fishy and and throwing the money under the table to her. And she's just washing the money because she has some type of, legal or some type of knowledge as far as like the insurance game. It just gave that. And it also gave just a booger sugar couple. They both just seem to be dependent on narcotics, especially when she was sitting there with her sister and asking her sister to, yay, call me, give me more time, yada yada, this, that, and the third. And the whole time she sit on the phone with her husband just told her to come back to the house, and she got up and went right back to that house. To me, it just gave, they are dependent. It's something going on to where they're dependent on something between
Well, it's
each other.
given I am legend. Get home before the sun go down. That's what it was given to me. I am legend,
So
bitch.
he might be a pimp, but I do honestly believe I get it that it's okay. I feel like we can be team twirl or team Brit or whatever. I'm in the middle. I see both. There's no reason for Bravo to feel any type of way about either one of them because Bravo is a white led company. I
Okay.
fully agree that she would have, she probably would have bared the brunt if she had said that to a Kyle Richards or a Kathy Hilton or somebody like that. But at the end of the day, we're talking about two black women that's on the show in quote unquote Bankhead. And she said something that was wrong. Kenya did something that was wrong in the eyes of Bravo because they just did not want to be held liable, like Don Juan was saying. They
Yep.
just that's why she lost. That's why she's in the unemployment line and trying to figure out how to upload videos to YouTube. That's the only reason.
She need to reach out to me for my editing. But who is Queen Tulsa?
Me.
Why everybody saying Queen Tulsa? What you do, Queen?
Oh,
Been in
nothing.
it
I'm
for a
just
long
sounding off.
time.
They love when I sound off.
They know
I want
your
to get into
voice.
Brit Edie's businesses and the one, that whole insurance company with her family and stuff. I want y'all to really pay attention to the dynamics between Brit Edie and her family. It's something
Okay.
to look at.
Think it could be a pimp hoe situation because her sisters them have gotten away from her. The mama was looking like she really didn't want to be there. If you look at the house, it
Yep.
was given scam likely. This is what we set
Yes.
up. This is it was just it wasn't giving comfy warm couple happily. It would and I'm a married. I know what a house is supposed to look like. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not talking about the furniture. It's supposed to look
It's
like
giving
pictures.
Ernesto and Shirley Strawberry
Yeah.
situation.
Ooh, boom.
Clock it.
That part.
Clock
That
it.
part.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh. But I think Queen,
Oh.
when
Go
you said
ahead.
that the other day, sorry, my phone was ringing. When you said that pimp hole, that that is it. I think it's something around that whole industry situation. I
Yes.
think something is going on with that because it's just you can't put your finger on it, but it's odd. You know it's odd. There's no affection. There's no. It's just something very odd.
Well, when the sister said, if I'm on the phone with you and I'm telling you about my depression and what I'm going through, you didn't tell me he's sitting there listening to everything I'm
Yes.
saying.
Yes.
Well, let's
Yes.
add this in there. When Brit is out, he's calling her phone constantly, constantly, constantly. Where you at, ho? We got some dates here. Lord, forgive me.
Oh. Well, Queen Tulsa, they say, hold on, somebody has something for you. Let me go find it. They say, we want to hear about you, Queen Tulsa. What y'all want to know? I think they want to know how you was a call girl.
Okay, I was a call girl. This is when Backpage was up. I would put up my ad. And I must say that I have met celebrities in the business that did call me. Will I say their names? No, because I want to live, okay? And it gets
Okay, can
very
I ask you
dangerous.
something, Queen Tulsa? They want to know, male or female, are you a lady boy? Are you a lady?
Oh, I'm
Or
a trans woman. I'm a happily
okay,
married trans woman. I'll be
okay.
married for 7 years this year.
I think in Thailand they say lady boy.
Yeah, lady boy, but I'm trans. I'm pre-op.
Okay, so do them
Well, y'all
boys
know.
really be liking trans, or do them boys really be deal?
Listen, you would be surprised. I mean, and I'm glad that I'm out of the business, but looking back at it, you have men that are not being honest
Okay,
uh with themselves and their partners. And it was a way of survival for me. And yeah, I mean, protect yourself. If anybody's out there doing it, protect yourself. Don't trust nobody. And always have you a strap on you. Britt Edie taught us all that, but I always kept my strap on me when I was traveling from state to state because you're a target. I mean, you're making money, so you don't know who's coming to see you. So you always have to protect yourself. But if you can find other means of making money, I would suggest that.
they say tell us about. Okay, I'm gonna come back to that. So let me ask you something because I kept wondering why she said I carry my pistol with me every interview. That my pistol is because the dangers of being allegedly from probably there is there a strong well she is a call girl, we do know that because she says she was. So that's the dangers of being a call girl, which is why she feels compelled to keep that pistol on her at all times, correct? And a whip. She said a whip.
Absolutely. You definitely have to have some type of protection on you because sometimes I have had a client get out of hand with me and I had to pull the strap and tell him to get up out of my room. Yeah.
Okay. They
Can I
said
say
tell us
something
about the.
about?
Go ahead,
Oh, go ahead. I'm
Trey.
sorry. Oh, I was just going to say something about because I want to say when we were talking about Brit and how she was lying. She probably was lying, but at the same time, I do remember them saying that the ladies that were sitting at that table were not the only women, as far as the cast is concerned, that was at that location. As far as at the bank in Bankhead, I believe they did say that the other girl that's been starting up all the mess, she was there too. So it may have just been one of those things where we might not have known. She might not have known who Britt was talking to, but she wasn't lying when she said she didn't hear it, and then she said she heard it. So I'm not sure, but
Okay.
I know they did say that it was more people there that was starting up the mess. The girl from that's on Basketball Wives now, she was at that table too,
Oh, Ming
allegedly.
Lee?
Yeah, Ming Lee was
You
there.
think Ming Lee was there?
I believe that's what Jesse Wu was saying, or it was either Jesse Wu or Portia. But they both said one of them said that Ming Lee was at that dinner, as well as it was another girl that they were trying to, I guess like audition. I believe she was there too.
Well, they did say this. Remember, Angela came back on episode 3, and Angela said that she got a lot of flack from the owner of the restaurant. You remember she said I had when she was at Shamia house, and she said maybe it was episode 4. She said she had been up because the whoever owns the restaurant was very disappointed. So shit may have hit the fan with a bunch of people there that night. So that's now that
Yeah,
you're
'cause
saying.
yeah, Portia even said, like on her live or whatever video she was doing, that the fight or the argument lasted for it lasted for like 2 hours. So we only saw like 5 minutes of it. I'm not saying that absolves Brit of saying what she said, but I know that it's a lot of stuff that's left on the editing floor, and it's starting to come out a little bit more as the time goes by.
I got it. Okay. Dang. Let me ask y'all something. Do you feel like this is Brit? Do y'all feel like Bravo know they dropped the ball? Because it's being alleged that Brit lied about her past and what she's doing as an escort and a call girl. Because there's a morality clause that Bravo don't want that, which is why they let go of that producer that want to do adult film and that is doing adult film. So Brit lied and said that she was a teen. And actually, Ming said, no, you weren't. You 1 year younger than me when you did that video. And I got the clip of you in that party and what was going on in that party. Do y'all feel like Bravo, number one, know now, not then, but what they know now, this girl may be an actual call girl and have lied to us? That's my first question. Whoever want to jump in on it first. Oh, Simone, I didn't know you was off the stage. That's my first. My second question is, do you think this is going to be her last season? Or are they going to bring her back?
Well, to your first question, I would say that she had a really good team, a PR team, because they dressed it up to go to this corporate company to present a certain way. Do I feel like Bravo now has the tea from Kenya? Yeah, they got the information from those poster boards. And when we talk about the history, I mean, she speaks about her insurance company, and then I want you, like I said, it goes back to the dynamic with the sister and the mom and everything looking staged. And it's like for anybody to feel like they're gonna come for Kenya, y'all already know the girl can read her ass off. Like no shade, she could read her ass off. She would have been better off going with Kelly's storyline and going at Portia. That's my opinion. I'll yield the floor.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else want to get in? Feel free to come off mute.
I just
I
have a
don't.
question, but I'll let other people go first. But I have a question for you, Queen.
I was just gonna say that. Well, wait. What was the first question again? Quickly, did
Do
you
you
think that?
think
Oh,
Bravo,
Bravo. Okay, I
Bravo
remember now. I'm
realized
sorry.
that Britt may have finessed them and lied about her past and her being an escort today in real time?
If they, I'm not sure. Honestly, if they did, it's not surprising that they would be so lazy, but it's really trifling if you really think about it, because these shows are, especially reality shows, they're supposed to be psychoanalyzing these people before they let them on before they even, film them and give them any type of contract. And just the fact that she's been acting so, sporadic in her actions and in her thinking alone, it just lets me know that they really have dropped the ball when it comes to allowing these women on this show and not really vetting them like they should. I guess that's why they have these whole what they call them, auditions, where it's 55 people sitting around and they'll either mic up who they want to or mic up who they don't, and then all of a sudden they just pick from bag and just say, okay, well, we're going to give you a peach and we're not going to give you a peach, even though you done sat here for all these days trying to be a part of this experience. So I feel like Bravo really needs to kind of step it up in that department as far as getting it together. Will she come back? I feel like she has a good opportunity to, only because she has drudged up so much engagement. It may not be people watching the show, but there are people talking about the show. So that might you know work in her favor as far as at the end. It just depends on, I guess, whatever happens with the next few episodes or when they get to the end.
That's what I think. I feel like Bravo throw the black folks together, but I think when it comes to the white shows, the OCs, the New Yorks, and the Beverly Hills, they're gonna vet very closely. Who
May I say
recommended
something
Britt?
right
Because
quick,
we
ma'am,
wouldn't
before
know.
you go forward?
Yeah.
Do you remember when the Real Housewives of Atlanta, the ladies were out there for Breonna Taylor's protest? That was a woman, a black woman, that was deleted at the hands of law enforcement. And in that moment, I love how the ladies had come together. Even some of the ladies had got arrested for protesting. So we circle back around, and then now we're here with one of the ladies that was there for that. Now her life is being threatened. And I feel like maybe Kenya felt like a Breonna Taylor, like nobody cares about my life. Like y'all just want to use me for entertainment. And then when I'm dead and gone, then what? That's just like kind of like the rap game. You got all these damn music companies out here, these men out here with this drill music. As soon as they go to glory, then who's responsible? So Bravo, it's a problem. Kenya should be in therapy. Y'all should have an on-site therapist. Y'all should have some type of alternative, a plan of action for these ladies. Let's be honest. Y'all fill them up with liquor, okay? And then they just lose their damn mind. And then let's talk about it on a Bravo franchise. Y'all are filling these ladies up with liquor. So Karen wasn't the only one drinking and driving. I'll yield the floor.
Let me say this real quick. I think Kenya realized what Garcelle realized in real time. It's a dirty game. Bravo is a beast. Garcelle stormed off because she realized, damn, I've been working hard for production. I'm bringing the hard questions to the table. I'm making these white women open up and talk. It's the same thing, but just in different packages, right? I'm making them talk. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And then I'm sitting here and I realized, damn, nobody gave me a heads up. You heard her say it. I thought it was Sutton that was going to be in the hot seat. That means to me, somebody in production misled you. You remember how Patrick McDonald say, there's a lot of times I walk them right into the firing squad and I know it's wrong and I can't tell them what's about to happen. Garcelle got walked into the firing squad. She thought she had a heads up. Bravo, the beast, lied to her and said, girl, Sutton's about to be in the hot seat. Ooh, Garcelle, you gotta make sure you come ready. Sutton may need you and didn't even realize it was her. It was her, number one. That's what pissed her off. That's why she didn't even want to talk to Andy, because she can't really say too much because she understands the game. She just never thought the game would turn against her because she worked so hard for the game. Uno, draw four. Kenya, same thing. Different players worked so hard for the game with fire starter, in the words of Nene Leaks. And then when this bitch say I keep a pistol for bitches like you, are you serious? Number one, y'all call me a liar. Number two, everybody, same thing that they did to go. Everybody's pretending they didn't hear it. Oh, and then you get on Watch What Happens Live and play in my fucking face. 3 weeks later, you asked her, did you have it? No, I didn't have it. Okay, she didn't have it. No gun. Y'all, that same thing. Same thing. That's all I'm saying.
But
What are your
Queen,
thoughts?
can we just keep it real for a second? I understand and I agree with you, but at the same time, we are talking about grown adults who are in their
Yep.
late 30s, late mid 40s, early 50s. This is the same Kenya that sat there and said all that stuff about Nene when Nene was pushed out. Like Nene came back and replayed her tape. This is the same Kenya that
That's what I
sat
mean. I played the game
that sat
fully.
on what's the name's show
I
and
agree
was
with you.
and taking it and taking accountability for it. But now all of a sudden she's doing the tape, she's rolling it, she's dialing it back, she's backpedaling and pussy popping all on her YouTube page, trying to put all the blame on Brit.
Well,
Man,
Let
hold
me
on.
stop you right there because black women are not fucking protected in America. Let's start there.
but we know
This is a
that. That's what
black
I'm saying.
woman.
Bravo,
This
we know Bravo
this
don't
is
give a damn
but
about
still,
nobody.
we're not gonna glance over the fact that this woman's life was threatened. That woman set a threat. That is a violation. That is against the law. That is against the law, and we're not gonna skip over it like it's just a small thing. This woman life was threatened. How she responds and act after that, I don't get the right to tell that black woman how to act. I don't.
Well, let
And
me
I
say
don't,
this.
and nor do you get the right to tell Bravo what to do with their
That's
network.
true.
That's why
And
her
both
ass is
actually
twirling
agree.
over there to the unemployment
Well,
line. That's all I'm
actually, I
saying.
do because I'm
Both
a
of them did.
consumer. So
Hold on, one
hold
at a
on,
Both
time.
of
I'm
them
a
did something
customer.
wrong.
I'm a customer and I'm a consumer, so
Queen,
I can tell Bravo. Bravo, if
so
you're listening, you need to. Oh,
let Trey finish and then you come in.
I'm
Go ahead,
sorry.
Trey. That's okay. You good. Go ahead, Trey. Finish.
No, no, I was just saying it we're going back and forth about some stuff about black women on a show that is catered that a show that's on a network that is ran by white people who do not
So,
care whether you live or breathe on the channel. As long as they don't have any type of lawsuit coming their way, they will show you getting murdered. I'm sorry, getting deleted on camp. They don't care. And the thing is with Kenya, she is the veteran. She is the veteran. She has the seniority to understand that standing up there and showing somebody's pornographic pictures is a lot more. It's not
ho-
right.
oh,
Not
you
that
glitch. There
What
you go.
Brit did was terrible, but at the end of the day, what Kenya did can actually be taken to court.
Okay, so it's about who played the best game. What Bravo is saying, we're gonna align ourselves. Not that's what Dawn Warren was saying. So first of all, let's just establish this: all of them have played the game for the beast. Have you ever sat in a slot machine and you kept putting coins in? They've all put coins in the machine for the machine, and the house always what wins. The house always wins, and each Nene played her heart out for the machine. Nene put all her coins into that machine. And when it was time to go, because Nene forgot, just like Garcelle, stay in your black place. Nene got walked out. Garcelle didn't get walked out. She walked herself out because she thought I'm in the house's favor. Nene thought she was in the house's favor. If you go back and listen to her interview with Carlos King, she said, shit, at one point I could call Andy anytime I wanted to. I had his number. I could call the execs. And at some point they quit answering the phone. The house, what? Always wins. Kenya Moore put coins in the machine. The house, what? Always wins. But and I get it. And I tell y'all, every Wednesday morning on the corporate segment, if you're going to stay, you better what? You better play. Now, here's the difference. Get out before you're asked to leave. They're not going to protect you. They should, but they won't. Like they say, Kyle will get more protection than any black woman. Even the most, Kenya Moore is way bigger than Kyle Richards. But Bravo, a few years ago, they said Bravo was purposely manipulating the numbers during COVID. So that because the Real Housewives of Atlanta really was the number one show, but they were not happy with the black show, the black franchise being number one. So they manipulated the numbers allegedly so that Real Housewives of the Vanderpump Rules would take that number one spot and they didn't have to pour into the Real Housewives of Atlanta and up those salaries. Did y'all not hear about that scandal?
Yeah, I heard about that.
I ain't with you. You cooking, baby. Keep on.
Okay, and they said Patrick McDonald. So that's what happened with the Vanderpump Rules. Patrick said they care so much about Vanderpump Rules. They have a therapist. They roll out breaks.
Hmm.
They make sure they're not overworking those younger white women, those kids. They're not kids, but younger. They make sure they are very well taken care of. Their salaries are good. You know, they're giving them spinoff shows. No, they're not going to take care of you. You know it, whether you're walking into the black franchise or the white one. So my thing is, if you're going to stay, you better play. And when it's your time, because your time will come, don't fucking complain. That's it. That's all. Is it wrong what they did to Kenya and what Britt said? Yeah, that's a little bit different. But Bravo don't think so. Bravo don't think so. Because at the end of the day, it all comes down to the color of your skin. And I tell y'all, they do not separate us by class, education, beauty. They put all of us in one bucket. One bucket. They don't see the differentiation between you being a call girl and you being Miss USA. They don't give a damn. Anybody want to get in?
Well, that's what had a question about earlier. I'm like, with all the talent, and I agree with everything you just said, the talent that they have in Atlanta, the casting of Britt and possibly Kelly, I would think they could have come up with some better candidates. I mean, to be on Housewives, or do you think people just don't want to get on the show because they want to stay private to some extent, or
No.
what? Because I know some people down there that would just make perfect for TV. So what do you think?
Kim Zolciak told you. See, listen to them when they talk. Donald Trump said, I want to what? Make America what? Great again.
Mm-hmm.
What that mean? Everybody tell me what he mean by that. I say, shit, what you
White
think it mean coming
again.
from an old white man?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And see,
white men.
this sister, while you're talking about that, do you feel like DEI is playing a part in this Bravo situation?
No.
Because some of these companies, I watched the other day, like two black girls went to H&M and they turned them around discrimination. So do you feel like DEI is playing a part in all of this that's going on right now?
No, I'm gonna tell you what's playing a part. Hear me very closely. I think all barriers and all protections have been removed when Donald Trump came into office. Here we go, Queen Sheba. So what a lot of people don't know anymore, and I'm not blaming this on him. He's removed barriers and protections for minority. You snatch away DEI, you snatch away lawsuits. There are no claims no more. It's gonna be real hard to file claims on these networks, these corporations, and a lot of people don't realize that it transitions over to the likes of these. What is it? These networks. You just think, oh, he's gonna make it really hard for y'all as they DEI or take away these DEI initiatives. They are protecting these corporations, these beasts. Okay, we don't want to get them tied up into these multi-million-dollar lawsuits. Nobody else will ever get to take Bravo to court like Nene Leakes did. Ever again. It's not going to happen. You get what I'm saying? There's protective barriers in a place right now. It will be in place for the next 4 years. Kim Zolciak told you, Simone, and Andy did not correct her when she said, don't nobody want to work with all these black women.
Oh,
y'all don't remember that?
Yes.
I remember it.
Yes.
Listen, beautiful, I got to take off, but I want to say it was a great engagement. I shared you out, and I hope to be here for the next conversation. To all the panelists, to everybody in the chat, thank you for receiving me, and it was a great engagement. Have a wonderful day on purpose.
Have a good day.
Bye,
Have a good
Queen.
weekend.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Queen.
Bye.
Now listen, when she said on national television, Andy didn't correct her. He was consoling her. He was coddling her. He was trying to make her comfortable. So the question is, are there not any better people? Of course there are. But if you take what she said and apply it to the production team, the recruiting team, don't nobody want to work with these black women. We're not going to dig hard enough. We're not going to research hard enough. We're not going to put any type of resources into making it better. When it crumbles, just let it crumble. Because don't nobody want to what? Work.
Well, and then you
black
think what
women.
you said about the numbers. Do you think they purposely tried to sabotage or Atlanta?
Yeah. It was all during COVID. It was a big deal. People were leaking that in for production. People were at Bravo was telling as they were getting fired.
You know what?
You know
Oh,
that production team that got fired was that was what's that white girl name with the dark hair on Vanderpump Rules? Sheena. That Sheena got, baby, they started telling as they were getting fired. Really, it's Real Housewives of Atlanta that's number one, but they don't want to pay them, so they manipulated the numbers to pump up Vanderpump Rules. But guess what? Yes, Simone.
Queen, can
There
I
you go.
say something right
Mm.
fast?
Absolutely.
Girl, I saw a show. I don't know if it was this week or last week. The Dark Side of Bravo. And I can't tell you what channel it was on. I just caught it.
Oh, it's
And
on cable. It's on
oh,
cable.
okay, you
Yeah,
saw it then. You saw it then.
it's a channel. I can't think of the channel name, but I've seen that too, where they were going into the housewives and the drinking and all that kind of stuff.
The drinking and them going to jail. You saw that, and you saw that they only had Nene up with her mugshot. Now she was the only black
Yeah.
person that they showed. And look, I thought how Atlanta was the first show, so Orange County was the first show.
Yeah.
Then
You didn't know
Atlanta
that?
came. Not I thought Atlanta was the first show because that's all I was watching was Atlanta. I was
It was
excited about
OT.
Atlanta. Yeah, okay. And I mean, when y'all see the dark side of Bravo, then you'll understand everything. They do all that stuff on purpose. They know who they're getting. I truly believe that they knew that Bree Edie was a call girl and all that kind of stuff. They just swept that under the rug. They knew it was gonna come out and it was gonna be ratings because see, Atlanta, has been gone for a while, so they had to come back with a bang. So
They
that.
did, and they could have. I don't think they
Mm-hmm.
wanted to put the resources. Kim said it. Do you think any other white person want to sit on this couch with these? She said that shit, and she meant it from her heart.
She
They do
meant
not
it.
want to spend that. White producers are probably like, hell no, I don't want to work with them. They did
Mm-hmm.
say something about, look how Patrick described Nene. And he kind of stopped himself when he was talking. Y'all go look Bethany Frankel that interviewed Patrick McDonald. You could tell he's not a
Okay.
fan of Nene. Nene knocked one of, so they let me be quiet. I'm gonna just be
No,
quiet on that.
Queen, say what you want to say. I'm interested. I really
Don't
am.
ever think these people are eager to help you out and get to the top and make
Mhm.
you number one. And that's neither here nor there, but we keep it real over here. And then somebody put a comment in my chat and I want to talk about it. Mama Two says, why are y'all giving Bravo all this power? The power is with God. God ain't nowhere over there. Let me tell you why. We got to stop trying to come. See, when we choose to come from behind the veil of God's covering, and you go over there, don't expect him to go with you. He cannot exist in that type of whatever it is. So them girls gonna have to come up out of there in order to experience the power of God. God ain't finna go with you while you working with escorts and prostitutes and talking about a bitch, I got a gun in my purse and showing pornography pictures. No, we can't do that. We gotta stop doing. Either you're gonna stay behind the veil and stay protected, or you're gonna go out into enemy territory. But if just
Talk
because
about
you
it.
choose to go ahead, Trey.
No, I'm just saying, talk about it. We always love to throw
Yeah.
God in and say, oh,
Mhm.
God got me. And he ain't got that foolishness. He might have you, but he ain't told you to go over there and do all of that. And we're not
Mhm.
giving Bravo any power. Bravo already had the power. Nene gave Bravo the power when she gave them all of her information. As far as all of those, she's the one that started the Andy Cohen, the little late night show. She gave him that. She gave them the idea for the reunions. It was Mariah Huck. They gave them the created Married to Medicine. So we're going
Mhm.
to these white networks, giving them all of our information and all of our talents, and then we wonder why when we sign over our lives to them, why are we getting the short end of the stick? It don't make no. It's only going to be that.
Oh, that's good. Y'all,
Preach.
this is a good ass segment today. Go ahead,
Preach.
Stephanie.
No, I'm with Trey. Preach. Yeah, that I'm serious because Bravo not gonna give anybody black stuff. Do you really know that they'll stab Brick, Edie, Kelly, all of them fake? The only one I like is Angela. Now I could see a good show. You got Angela, Sheree.
She ain't gonna go too far.
Uh,
She ain't gonna go too far
she ain't
because
gonna go
her
too far.
husband.
Oh
No,
yeah.
because of the man she's
Hmm.
attached to. And I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna
Oh,
park that. Hold on. Let me get
Charles.
to Kanisha. Ask me to come back to that. Kanisha, welcome.
Hi, Queen. This is my first time calling in. I always listen, but I never really called in.
Welcome. It's Saturday morning, girl. Saturday afternoon. I said what I said. What you standing on today?
I think when Nene was going through her lawsuit and Kenya and Candy and all of them, that were, oh, there is no racism at Bravo. Kenya said that, but in her little confessional clip, she insinuated it's a white housewife, so that means she's claiming there is racism.
It's too late because her hands are dirty.
Yeah, that's why I said they should have stick with Nene when they were going through that. And one thing I didn't like when Nene was going through, Nene's not perfect. We all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. I thought the mugshot with Nene, that's when before she came on the show, that's when she was young and had her first son. That was like over 20 years ago when she was stealing. She talked about that and stuff. The mugshot that you see was a long time ago.
But they threw it in there.
Yeah,
and another thing too, let me say this. Nene, when we keep saying she's locked for work, see, we don't know what's in that contract. When you sign with these big networks, sometimes they have to approve any projects that you do, and they own your likeness for an extended amount of time. So we don't know how long she sold her likeness to the likes of Bravo, whether they choose to use it or not. A lot of them sign their souls on those dotted lines.
Yeah, but Nene made a lot of mistakes. She said she didn't know that the show, the Watch What Happened Live was her idea, and the reunion was her idea. But she said at the time, when you don't know about business and you learn as you go, that's why she said her own mouth and stuff. She was learning as she go. But I think they made off of her billions, a lot of money.
I don't know. I mean, because let me tell you how it works. Let me just say, throw out a ballpark figure. Watch this. I'm gonna show you how it works. And think about it. Let me go to my super chat. I want you to think about a number. Don't say billions because she didn't get billions, but think about a realistic number, maybe in a possible millions. Hold on.
All right, Palace, the Super Chat squad is in the building. We appreciate you, baby. The Super Chats are fire. Get in your bag.
That's a lot of money.
Yes, indeed. That's a lot of money, honey. We appreciate you. Let me see. Jackie came through, baby. Hold on. Jackie, thank you for the 20 piece and the pepper. Jackie Wilson Rudy. She says, keep up the great commentary. Queen Sheba, so proud of you. Thank you. I love working hard for y'all. And I think the panelists that come up and add to the conversation, because it's like sprinkle. It's like, yeah, I may prepare the dish, but baby, by the time they season it, oh, it's good. It's real good. So thank you, Jackie. We appreciate you. Let me go back to Kanisha. Throw out a number that you just realistic that you think she may have received from the network, and let me show you how money
with
goes.
Her settlement, the little settlement.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll say maybe 5 million.
All right. I need somebody in the chat to pull out a calculator. I'm gonna show you how it works.
Okay.
So not you, because you're on the panel. Somebody in the chat, pull out a calculator, and I want you to do 5 million minus 25%. And tell me what number that is. And we're going to work with, once we minus 25%, we're going to work with that number. I'm going to tell you, let's just say she got 5 million. Let me look at my comments. Okay. Whoever's doing it for me. Ain't nobody got no calculators, chat. I love the panel. I do too, Nene. Thank you, the halls. She said you do such a great. I think I'm gonna take myself out to eat. I feel like I worked hard today with the panel. the panel rocks.
3,750,000.
Okay, American born. So we got 3.750. Okay, minus 33%.
What?
Just follow me. Minus 33%. What we looking at?
Oh, no, nothing, Mama.
So let me tell you what I did, y'all. If let's just say she got 5 million, immediately you have to pay taxes. When you receive a settlement, they take out taxes immediately. It's about 25%, which will leave her 3.75 million, right? We're just guessing. We don't know this to be. So then so when you take the 3.75, then you got to give your attorney 33 and a third. Nene probably walked away with 1 point something million after she paid taxes and paid her attorney. That's it. That's all.
That's not a lot of money.
Thank you.
But I think she probably negotiate for do the fashion show and I don't. The whole thing is
Okay, so maybe 2.5 million. You're saying.
2.525.
How
yeah.
much?
2.5125.
Okay, Nene maybe walked away with 2.5 after she paid taxes and after she paid her attorney. Now, depending on her level of lifestyle, so that's when you got teens. You now at this point, she's been living it, but like Mama Joy said, he's become accustomed to a particular lifestyle. She got glam that she has to have with her all the time now because she's no longer regular. I'm a I'm a mute you, Stephanie. I think you got background noise. Yeah, that's you. She's no longer regular. She has to have the wigs laid. She has to have full face every time. Boom, 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 boom. Right? So if you're not making a return on your investment, your money is quickly going. Your money is quickly going. I'm not saying she had that house. She's traveling all around the world. She's buying these nice gifts for this African man who has a wife. All of this, right? So at this point, I think somebody earlier said on her talk show, I don't know if it was Trey, that said it kind of feels like she's trying to make some money. Was that you, Trey, that said that earlier?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay. Gotcha. Somebody did. I remember somebody came up. So when them bills, see, we be looking at the outside, but we not looking at what's coming in, what you have to pay, the car notes, the mortgages. Glam ain't cheap. And when you have glam, you got to pay for their flights. You got to pay them teams. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. And I'm not calling her broke, but I'm just saying money, you'll be surprised at if you do not manage it well, how quickly it can go, depending on the level of lifestyle. That's it. Kanisha, I put you and Stephanie on mute because y'all had a lot of background noise. But anything that you want to say to that? Y'all would have to come off mute.
Queen, what noise you heard from me?
Huh?
I said, what noise you heard from me? I'm in a
Just
quiet,
moving.
quiet.
When you're on live, you can hear like tapping a desk, stuff like that. We can hear everything.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Did you hear me?
Okay. Yeah. No, you
Yeah,
said
you
when
we
you're
can
on
hear
live,
everything on
you
live.
can
Yeah, we
hear
can hear.
everything, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's why I'll mute
Okay.
up. That
That's all right.
noise.
I was muting myself from all the conversations because I didn't want, anything from the outside to come in. Yeah, you're
And I know
right.
everybody's saying we didn't get to Yandy. I'm not gonna push you today. We're gonna get off. We'll cover Yandy. I'll probably do a pre-recorded on Yandy.
Mm.
I'll
Yeah,
probably
that'd
do a
be
pre-recorded too to my that noise, that exact. They don't know how sensitive the mics are.
What was the question? I completely forgot.
It wasn't a question. We were just talking.
Okay, okay. Yeah, well, to just sum up everything, Bravo racist. I mean, after watching The Dark Side of Bravo the other day, I saw it. And you know what? I don't want to say this. I know you got white people on your thing, but
Well, don't say it
all
then. If
no,
your
it's
first
not bad.
mindset,
It's not
okay.
bad. It's not bad. But all of them stick together. They all stick together, and that's what's wrong with us black people. We just can't stick together. We're too busy trying to pull each other down. And I really wish. You see me? I want everybody to be successful. I don't want to pull anybody down. I want to get where I'm trying to get for what God has for me. That's how I feel. So
I
there's
got
no
it.
jealousy in my heart for anybody. I just want what's mine, and I'm willing to work for whatever it is that He has for me.
There you go. And that's Stephanie. They tell me who is that? That's Stephanie. Thank you, Stephanie, for your final thoughts.
Appreciate that.
Um, Let me go. Tisha Thompson, thank you for the 3-piece super sticker. We appreciate you, baby. I'm going to treat myself. I feel like we did a good job today. Uni Boo, I want to give you a chance real quick. I know you just came up Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on?
Hey Queen, I barely made it, but because I was outside. But I just want to say real quick, I am disappointed the fact that Kenya just played my face on our faces with that 1.5-second video. But I'm waiting to see today if she's gonna drop the actual video. But like I say, I still feel like she should have played her hand a little different. You know, you can still go to hell, but in a smart way. If it's gonna hurt your business, I don't think that's the route she should have taken. Like, I can get back with you as long as it's not gonna hurt me in the process. And that's how you should move. You should hurt the person as long as it's not gonna hurt you if you feel like that's what you need to do. And I never see it for Brillo Pod. That's what I'm calling her. And I never see it for her, and I'm still not gonna see it for her. No matter how much hobo tours she make about fake crying about how she didn't mean anything, or how, you know, Bravo expect and ask her if she have a gun. I'm like, you gonna ask the person 3 weeks later? Of course they're gonna say no. You should have checked her bag and her husband bag the night before when she said what she said.
Thank you.
And I still don't see it for Kelly, because you were right there next to your friend and you heard she said it. You heard it so much that you said, well, girl, we have security here. So
Yeah.
you heard it. And then you act like, well, I didn't see it. That's not how she acted in front of me. You were protecting your friend. I understand. But right is right and wrong is wrong. Because I would have pulled her by her way and be like, don't say that. I'm the wrong friend. Because I'm going to call you out.
Or say less. If you know you're about to lie, say less.
Say less. That's what I'm
Okay,
saying. You
just
talk
say
too much.
less. I don't recall hearing it, and put a pin. That's it. I don't recall hearing it. You know what? I'm gonna go back and watch the tape.
Yeah.
Say less.
Just don't say, I didn't hear her. No, you heard her, because you heard her so much that you actually say, no, we don't need that. We have security here. So
Oh.
what were you talking about?
Oh.
So that's why I don't see it for Lil Kim.
I agree.
I mean, I'm still watching, but I'm side-eyeing her because it's like, and then you doing all that, and then you still fell out with Brillo Pod. I said what I said.
That's what she said. That's Mooney Boo, and she said what she said. Listen, here we go. That's how they should have been on Brit's ass that night. They should have searched her. Ray, give me 1 second. You're up next. Let me play my super chat. Let me get my super chat and give thanks for that. And Ray, you will have the floor. Give me 1 second, Ray.
Money
Yes,
comes
money
to me,
comes to
effortless,
me, flowing
effortlessly. Money comes to me, comes to me. Money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money comes to me. Money.
Flowing effortlessly. Janice Jacobs says the universe is abundant. And there is plenty for everyone. I received that. Not only that, Janice has a book, y'all. She mailed me 2 copies, and it's called I Said What I Said, and the Universe Provided. She's an author, and she signed my book. That's my first time getting like a book signed by a real author. So, Janice, I'm going to have to ride with you. The universe is abundant, and money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Sunny James, thank you for the 5 piece and a pepper. She says the chat was lit today. Girl, they did they thing, did they not? Alf MC says, happy Saturday, Queen Sheba, Darling, and Palace Peep. Hey, Alf. And thank you, everybody in the chat. Ray, you got the floor. Saturday, I said what I said. What you standing on, Ray?
Hi, this is my first time calling, and I'm enjoying your hosting skills. Nene definitely needs to learn from you. You need to consult for her, okay? Because I don't know what's happening. I kind of wanted to get like everybody's feedback if everyone is still up here. Like, I want to know, what is the difficulty? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, we're just listening
perfect.
very carefully. Go ahead.
Perfect. I just want to know, like, what is the difficulty with these ladies in starting businesses or trying to make something happen for themselves outside of the show? These ladies, they have so much access. They're in the billionaire club or multi-millionaire club, but somehow they cannot seem to find a way to make a profitable, sustainable business outside of these shows. Like, is it that hard? I feel like everyday people, we want to be entrepreneurial. We're constantly thinking of ideas, but these ladies, they have everything at their disposal. Why is it that they have to hold on to this thing like their life depends on it? And I think everyone understands that working in corporate is not a safe space, especially for Black people. So, like, why I just want to know everyone's opinion, or why is it so difficult for these ladies to really like build themselves beyond this housewife franchise?
Oh, that's a really good
Can
question.
I
I would
speak
think,
to that?
yeah, Trey, you want to go after me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. And I'm gonna call on. Okay. So this is what I think. That's an excellent question. First of all, thank you, Ray Ray. Lisa Vanderpump said it the other day when she referred to Garcelle Bouvet and she wished her well. She said, "You'll be fine because you had things going on before you came on this show. A lot of women need this show in order to survive because they had nothing going on prior. It's all about how you enter the game. See, because if you're about that work and you've already established a deep thoughtful work ethic before you got on, you'll continue it when you decide to walk away." Go ahead, Trey.
I'm sorry, I was answering. I was doing a text message. Honestly, I agree with you fully, Queen. And it also, to me, it stems back to when you have a business, anything as far as like starting your own, you have to do something that you love, and you're not picking something that sounds cute or might sell for the moment or the minute because you have a little fame or a little notoriety. That's never going to last. And I was kind of laughing a little bit just at your question, honestly, when you said that they were in the multimillionaires club or something of that nature. A lot of these women are faking the funk, and a lot of them are really just wanting to be honest with you, and there's nothing against this and there's nothing wrong with this. Most of them are looking to be housewives. They want to be able to do these things without having to have a 9 to 5 or some type of job where they want. A lot of them do not want to be business owners. They just want to live the life of someone who has access to these types of things. And that's kind of what I see.
I think it's really unfortunate. I guess it does make sense the not being business minded, but at a certain level, you do not have to run the business. That's the thing that I'm having difficulty with. You can have a team, you can consult business owners or purchase a franchise, something like. I mean, I don't hate Kenya, but at the same time, I'm looking at Kenya crazy because it's like, why did it, even Nene, actually all of the ladies, even Portia as well. I mean, she tries to do her own thing on the outside. I don't know how profitable her stuff is, but at least she's doing something else. I'm looking at these ladies like, what is it? Because it's not that difficult to be a panel host. You know what I mean? People like Nene, and I'm sure that she can get interviews. I'm sure she has other interests. Like, what is
It
this?
is
What is
hard.
But like,
Ray Ray, it's very hard to
yeah,
be a host on a panel because it requires you to step outside of yourself and make it all about the other person. You have to genuinely connect with them as if you're in a relationship. You got to listen. You got to like two-step with them. You have to get in there. You have to literally put yourself in their shoes. You have to be thoughtful.
you have to
I
have
like
personal
Nene,
skill.
and I
No,
think
you're
she,
right. But I think what I was trying to say is that they can take classes.
no,
You
you
know,
can't. That's not a
they
But
class.
can. No,
But
That
you're asking for them to do something more than what they honestly are really wanting to do. And even
mhm,
if they can bring somebody else in, that's also a skill to understand and know
yes,
and have the discernment to pick the right people to run your business. That's why you have people like Nene who has Carlos and Michelle ATL and giving her the floating her up. A lot of these young women have people who are just there to put batteries in their back to gain some type of notoriety for themselves and not necessarily the
yes.
people that they're working for.
so they
And
don't have
to be honest with
connection.
you, I know Nene has a good relationship with Michelle ATLian, but I would establish other relationships outside of that because Michelle ain't really
Yeah,
pushing you to the forefront like she could. Michelle ain't directing traffic to your channel like she could. You get what I'm
I
saying?
I was listening to Cynthia, and I think her name was Crystal, on Carlos King the other day. Cynthia has been able, I mean, she's not as rich as Crystal, of course, but she has been able to like move on with her life in a direction where she's part of that LA crowd. Yes, are a lot of people fake? Yes. But like if you create, and I'm sure that they can create relationships with people out in Hollywood that are legit businessmen and
No,
women.
absolutely not. It's harder than what you think. If you think, I don't know, were you here that day when I talked about the efforts? Go ahead, Stephanie. Let me let you get in.
No, I wasn't here. No.
I,
Candy
go ahead, Stephanie.
Candy Candy Burris did not need the show. She had money already. Actually, she was the richest one I could say on the show
Right.
when it was her time. Because she had multiple business. And now that she's off the show, it's not hurting her because she's still doing all kind of things. And I'm a business owner. So it just all depends on how hard you work and how hard you want to work. And if you lazy and you just want to check, to sit on your ass and just collect. That's all it's about, baby.
All right.
You
Just think
know,
it's really
And
Go
also
ahead,
keep in
Una
mind,
Boo.
Candy. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh, I was gonna say to pick up on what Sis said. With Candice, we didn't know anything about like, the side on the show, like how her personal life. We just know her about like the girl that sing and escape. We didn't know she was at least for me. I didn't know she was a writer. I didn't know she does music or involved in music like that. I just thought she was just an artist. I think she used the show the best way I feel like they should use the show. Come in already established and use the show to propel you to a greater height. So when you leave the show, you already establish a fan or more, or people know you more than what you were before the show. Now you can move, differently. That's how I feel they should use it. But I think some of them are lazy and they
Thank
are
you.
identified as housewife. That's the only identity they have. That's the only height they have. And they want to make quick business here and there. That's you don't really showcase. When the show goes, are you still working on these businesses or you just doing it for show? Or you just putting up a
Oh,
front?
Like
well, I don't
Well,
Kelly.
think
that's the
Candy. I'm
thing.
sorry. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was quickly. I was just gonna say, if we, me personally, in my opinion, the show is called The Real Housewives of Such and Such City. I have no issue with any woman who is a housewife who has auditioned for the show to come on the show and be a housewife and show her lifestyle of being a housewife. I don't have a problem with that. I would most have a problem with what y'all were saying as far as them starting businesses just because somebody said, "Oh, she has a catchy a catchy line. You should make T-shirts out of that. Oh, you can make waffles and chicken. You should have a business out of that." Just because somebody told you that it might work for you doesn't mean that you should have to step out of your own personality to cater to what the people say. I don't feel like everybody has to have a business and come on this show to showcase that they're going to be this top business woman. That's not necessarily my opinion or view of the show. And
Gotcha.
also
no.
With Candy, you have to understand, we might not have known some of the things that she's done in the business before she got on the show, but at the end of the day, she had the connections with the things that she was doing, writing all those songs for TLC, all those number one hits
That's
went
right.
while she was even in Escape and outside of Escape. That's what gained her a lot of the access that she has to move into Broadway. And then when she looked up, I will say, and I won't say it like, you know, but with Todd, he was a good producer. He was able to maneuver his way to get both of them to get to
Yep.
Broadway. They had a lot of other things. It's about what you know, but it's also about who you know and the way that you can kind of maneuver and balance that.
I will
Well,
say this. Go ahead.
I just wanted to quickly say to your point, I'm not really coming at it from a perspective of someone should say, but if someone says, "Oh, you're talented at this" or whatever, you should do it. I was thinking maybe I care more about people than they care about themselves, because my thing is, you guys have clearly stated that a lot of these women are not as rich as they claim to be. They don't have the security, like their marriages fall apart, their life falls apart, they're constantly being exposed. So I just don't understand the mentality of not wanting self-preservation. So that's what it was coming from. And then I'll
I
let you
got
go. Yeah, I just have one more question. Do you After you answer, do you guys believe that these ladies should be on a time frame with being on Housewife show?
No, let me say this. I want to go back. So, business wanting, desire, and drive is not something that can be taught. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you see when you're growing up. You model yourself after it, and either it's your thing or it's not. Even outside of housewife shows, and we look at other shows, we've seen people that have become reality stars still can't do anything. I can talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. I can talk about Love After Lockup. I can talk about Sister Wives. They do absolutely nothing. They're waiting for the next big thing to find them. And unfortunately, in real reality, it's just not the way how life works. You got to be a go-getter. You have to have interpersonal skills. You have to have a reliable skill set that's transferable on and off television. And it's just not as easy as most people think it is, and they think because they've made it on the screen that equates to success in different areas of their life. Nope. Welcome back to the real world. You're gonna have to get it just like we get it, as you can see on YouTube with Nene Leaks, as you can see on YouTube with Kenya Moore. The only one who has shocked me that has done a really good job on YouTube is actually Portia so far.
Right.
She may be a natural for it. Number one. The other thing is, I don't think there should be a timeline, because there are some of them that are going to age well on our television screens. There are some that should just completely be pulled off year one. So I wouldn't want a time zone to rob the audience of an organic and natural experience. Let me let the other ones get in.
Okay. Are people muted?
I
Yeah,
was
you
muted.
got
I was just allowing them all to speak, letting everyone
Yeah,
else
we kind of take our time to give everybody time to come off mute. They're coming.
But while we waiting, I will say I agree with you, Queen, and I also want to fend for some of the gay men, because I think like a few days ago you had came for the gay men wanting the women to just get off the show and we want fresh new meat. I remember you said that, man, but that's not all of us. I wish that we could have Nene and even a lot of the other the older queens. I don't like the refreshing of it all. I just like the natural transition. But if you're just like axing everybody and then trying to throw a bunch of new people on, it's just not going to work to me, to be honest.
But with the old people, the complaint was that they have nothing else to give. Like, they've given everything. The drama is contrived, like, doesn't that also get stale?
No, it doesn't. See, here's the thing. It's not that they don't have anything else to give. Production becomes uninterested in where they are. See, at some point, the audience has to grow up and say, okay, why am I 30, 40, 50 still wanting them to fight and pull hair? And because they're not doing that and they're choosing brunch and catching flights and building businesses, they don't have anything to give. They have a lot to give. We just got to start growing up as a Black audience and saying, you know what? I think I have a different appetite and I like where you are. I like where they're evolving.
I also feel like reality TV is a different breed as far as when it comes to a job. I do feel like there should be space for people to take a break and allow their life to pan out outside of the camera, for them to gain a little bit more information or more life experiences to come back to the show with. Like even with I feel like they let go of Sonia Ross or Richardson. What's her the track
She was
track and
awesome.
field? Yeah, they got rid of her, and then all of a sudden she's pregnant. Now she got about 2, 3 kids. It's like, well, what we missed all of that. We could
But
have
that
had that.
producer told you, he said a lot, and I'm sorry, I'm coming back. He said a lot of the showrunners and producers behind the scenes are actually gay people who are very unhealthy and unhappy, and they don't want to see all that. They deem that boring, that a Black woman is actually having babies with a husband. To them, that's boring. They don't want to see it. So they don't go in and advocate for these women at the table. His name was he came out and exposed how they actually go against. Now, these are his words, not mine. What was his name, y'all? His name is I played it.
Was this the white guy or
No,
the one that was anonymous?
he wasn't it's a Black one that came out and there's a
Okay.
white one that came out. The white one was a little bit more politically correct. The Black one came in and said, listen, I've been working these shows forever. Okay, let me tell you about what's really going on. He said, you got a lot of gay males that are working behind the scenes. They're very unhealthy and very unhappy, and they are actually purposely sabotaging these happy relationships. So it goes back to, this is his experience, his words, and Trey. That's why you see the likes of Sonia Richards being snatched from shows, the likes of Aneka being snatched from shows. See, white women can get pregnant all day.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, even with because like my I have a friend group and we kind of talk about Little Women LA a lot or Atlanta, and it just kind of was came out as far as like a lot of the stuff that was happening behind the scenes and how those women weren't treated with any type of decency, even with them being having dwarfism and how they weren't like prepared, the production wasn't prepared, and then like how a lot of them were not paid correctly, and also how they were just thrown out. If you weren't manufacturing drama, if you weren't doing things to build up and get into arguments and fights, then you weren't going to be filmed. And that was one of those things that they pressured them for. So I definitely can understand and see, and I can see exactly what that producer was talking about. Um, I just say it's not all of us, but there's definitely some messy gays out there that just want to see, a lot of foolishness and drama, and because that's what they believe is going to drove up the ratings and stuff.
Kenya wasn't even welcome on the show while she was pregnant. Y'all don't remember? You see how if you really start to look at the expectation and the carpets that are rolled out or pulled back from black women, see the white women can get and this is not a race thing, this is reality based on observation, right? Let's just talk about it. Like it's beautiful when they're expecting. It's beautiful to throw them baby showers, but for us, that's kind of boring. And you know what? We have to blame ourselves because we determine what is successful. We set the bar when it comes to black reality television because if we don't tune in, what we're saying is, I don't care about this track star and her family living together as a community and her sister pitching in and her husband talking about expanding their family. We're the ones that's actually helping to roll out the narrative. We don't like family. We don't want to see that.
So that was going to be my next question. I was just wondering, like, what do you think is going to take to kind of change the dynamic of how these reality shows are structured and formatted?
I don't care, to be honest with you. Let me tell you why. I don't think most of us tune into reality television for it to make sense. Let me tell you why. I'm gonna be honest. If the reality stars would start connecting more with us as a people, I can see myself advocating. Half of them would give us the time of day.
That is true.
I know
I
that's
would
a
love for them to give me the time of day, honestly, because like you said, if we tune in. I know that I tune in for escapism. I want to escape what's going on around me and be able to enjoy what I'm looking at on TV. But when it becomes a point where I don't like seeing women fight, like, okay, yeah, some catty arguments here and there, but I don't subscribe to Zeus. I don't like any of that. These women dotting each other's eyes and swinging each other and doing all this other kind of stuff. It's not something that I've ever been interested in, and I feel like there is not going to be a change to get away from that because the general consensus now that we have the now that's TV and the Zeus of it all, that's what's popular, quote unquote, with the younger audience. So they're going to skew and try to manipulate and transition into more of that. I feel like if people continue to watch these particular shows.
I agree. And lies and more lies out there talking about, but y'all use them for reviewing and you show up for it. You see what I'm saying? Lies and more lies, and I'm gonna continue to use it for reviews. Let them act a fool. I don't give a damn. Now, if we talking corporate America, Ray, that's something different. You know what I mean? Where people
Right.
are getting up, working hard to make a living, going to school, doing everything to qualify themselves, and you're still blocking them by way of systemic barriers. That's a different conversation. These women make more money than probably most of us will see in our lives. They don't feel a need to respond to your inboxes, your DMs, to talk to you. They only come when they want something. So I don't care.
I agree.
I don't care either.
I agree. So where do you think Kenya goes from here?
She gonna have to figure it out.
They
Right.
say she has little businesses. She's got a business with her little girl with clothes. She's got her spa.
Well, she's gonna start using Brooklyn to make money.
She's already started.
Oh my God.
I mean, she was already using Brooklyn as a human shield. I don't know why using her for
Oh.
money is not going to be any different.
I don't
But
think
you
it's
know,
wrong. I mean, we see a lot of people that are putting their kids in alignment. Garcelle was a lot of them are child stars, so I don't think it's anything wrong with it. If she has the time, the resources, and the effort to push her daughter to the forefront, get it how you get it. I
She
don't
did
know.
use Brooklyn as a shield. She used Brooklyn for, you know,
She
she
has
used her
about
as an
3 little
excuse.
businesses going on, maybe about 3 or 4 businesses going on. She's trying. She's trying to not worry about Bravo, but I know it's messing with her head.
damn.
That they didn't take up for her, that they didn't stand up for her because she's a vet. And I think she just had no idea that they would stand up for Britt Edie.
I just can't get over how she could not think that these people did not care. There's nothing in me that thinks that when I go to work, these corporations give a fuck about me and my well-being. And I've experienced, the microaggressions and the playing with emotions. So there's nothing in me, especially when these ladies have, like you said, they make so much money. She's been there for so long. Apparently, they don't really like her. Like, how could she think that it would be like an equitable resolve? I just don't
Um,
understand.
It's
well,
a
to
good question.
me, go ahead, Trey, talk.
Go ahead,
Oh no,
Trey.
I'm just saying that was a good question. That was a good question.
What
Why?
was the
That
What?
question?
In
I
was.
what
stepped
world?
away for just 1
In what
second.
world?
Like, in what world could she possibly think that she was going to make it? She was going to make it out, like it was going to be like a equitable resolve for what happened. Why did she think her tenure at that network, with knowing her relationship with the executives or the people of power, like how could she possibly think that she would get, like, they would actually care about her feelings? Like, I just don't understand. And I watch other videos and people like to say that Kenya changed or whatever, but she hasn't changed. I don't think she's changed, because if she really changed, a changed person would not react to the extreme
Now,
levels that she went to.
Wait,
That
I'll
was
you
push
have to
back,
extra.
go
Ray.
back. You have
I'm
to
gonna
go
push back.
back.
Go
You have to
ahead.
go back. You have to go back. Remember when Portia jumped on Kenya and Carlos had to pick her up and bring her
Pull
in
her
the
hair
back?
pulled her across that stage by her hair.
Yeah, yes,
Kenya deserved
okay.
that. I don't care. Kenya deserved it.
Okay, yeah, she
See, you
deserve
can
it.
see now, Ray, that's unfair. You said I don't care.
No, because she violated Portia's personal space, putting objects in people's face and
And
shouting
then,
at them. Like, that's too much. Like, who would tolerate that? And why
but
should we
then Ray
tolerate that?
Ray, they brought back Phaedra. Phaedra was gonna come back with a peach. They just threw her on Married to Medicine. She wasn't even with nobody in medicine.
Phaedra
And
can't
they
say the day for nobody. Phaedra is not that kind of star. Phaedra is cool. She's
uh-uh.
great, but she's a role player. And what was the question you asked about? So first of all, Kenya would think that
The
she could get away.
unrealistic
Hold on.
expectations of
Kenya would
Kenya.
think that she could get away with it because that's the expectation. You can't
Mm-hmm.
apply real world thinking to the likes of a reality beast. That's what you're supposed to do, or you lose your job. You see what Dorit did on the couch in an effort to save her job because she wasn't giving enough. That's the expectation. That's the rule. That's the culture. You go over the top. You do it over and over again, which is why Stephanie used the example of Kenya physically being drugged, Portia physically chasing people down to beat their asses in the alley. So what are we really talking about? That's the name of the game. She
But I
just
think what she was saying was, and not necessarily when she did it, after the fact. Why is she now? And that's what I'm in my brain. I'm thinking, why now is she so upset? I feel like she and right now is struggling with the fact
because
that
she's
it
seen the
didn't work
clips
out
in
for
real
her.
time. She's seen the clips when we see it. She's seen the game that really see, you can tell me one thing, Trey, after
Hmm.
the season and call me. And when I see it play out on television, remember they see it when we see it, y'all. They got to wait every Saturday night to see it when we see it. And she's seeing it in real time. She's seen Andy talk about watch what happens live. They probably gave her a whole nice email about a thorough investigation only to find out, damn, this week you didn't investigate nothing. I think you're seeing a real-time reaction. in real time. I think everything
Right.
is raw and it's hitting her in real time. She can't prepare. It's unscripted, her reaction, and she's blown away like Garcelle was on that stage. And she's like Garcelle stormed out. Consider this her storm out when she's coming to YouTube, when she's making those clips. That's it.
Yeah.
See, I feel like in reality shows, I think Kenya has done so many antics that got looked over. I feel like she felt like this one was like the same antic that she pulled like years before. Because to me, I feel like since they didn't show her salon last year, she was like, I'm gonna pull a stunt on my grand opening day, so they have to show my salon this time around. And I feel like she just feel like, I've been doing stunt and shows for years since I got to the show, and I have not been reprimanded. So what is one more stunt and shows?
Wow.
I agree.
I agree, but
So
that stunt that she pulled, let's be real. Okay, we yes, a threat of a gun that we never see is bad. But
Mm-hmm.
this lady, but to stand in a building full of black women, holding the picture of another black woman with her pornographic picture, I don't even know. It was so many people there that we didn't see. It could have been children in there. We don't know who. Them black women didn't need to see that.
let me
I
play
don't.
something for y'all. Because hold on. I don't think we realized, I did until I saw this clip. I think when Kenya notified the authorities and Kenya went to Bravo to say she said she have a gun and everybody pretended that they didn't hear, production called her a liar, Andy them, everybody denied it. And I think the way production, there's so many hours, hundreds and hundreds hours of footage. By the time they got ready to work on, remember this happened months, 6, 7, 8 months ago, right? By the time they started to go through and craft out, somebody caught it. Months later, somebody caught it. I don't know how it works, right? But somebody caught it and said, oh my God, it is here. What are we going to do? I believe production wanted Kenya to respond. I believe they didn't know to what extent and what degree. And I think when they denied her the psychological safety of coming to work without being threatened with the firearm, that's when she thought, oh, well, shit, we can do anything. Is it, guess what? Anything got you walked off. At that point, I think she truly probably believed that there were no more rules on Bravo. Hold on, let me play this clip. I saw this clip, and maybe this will give a little bit of context to why she probably did what she did in the manner that she did, even though, let me say this, we all disagree with it. Is that fair?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to show you, because even I didn't even notice. Hold on. Share screen. Hold on. Here we go. I found this clip. I wasn't going to play it because we were about to end, but shoot. Now that we're here, let's just play it. It's up here. Here he is. All right. Can y'all see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I see it.
A lot of people have questioned why would Kenya do that at her event. And I think there's a few factors. I can't speak for Kenya on this, even though we are friendly and I know Kenya. I can't speak for her on this because we haven't talked in depth about this conversation or about what she was thinking. But what I do know is this: when you have an event, you want to make sure your event is eventing. You want to make sure it's people there. You want to make sure it looks fabulous. You want to make sure that things that go on at the event continue to push what is happening in the group and the story. So I think, and this is my opinion, strictly the views and opinions of me, Kenya had previous events at her spa and they never showed it. Never showed it. It wasn't TV enough worthy for them. She had worked this hard. She had given up so much. They never showed it. She had previous events at this spa, but they never showed it. I think Kenya came into this event and said, this is Housewives. I've came in there, had the booty pads on before. I've had the blah, blah, blah. You come in and you clock in. I'm going to make sure that you show Kenya more hair care in this spa. And so When she got them poster boards printed out, people knew something was getting ready to happen. Production knew something was getting ready to happen, even if they didn't know everything. They knew Kenya had something that, like, ready. And I think that Kenya was making sure that you were going to remember and show it. You couldn't in no way cut this out of the seasons like you have done before. A lot of people have questioned, why would Kenya do that at her event?
What do y'all think?
Like I said, that's exactly what I think she was trying to do. I mean, it's still wrong, but I feel like, you know, in the whole reality world, it's like if something is positive and there's no drama, it's like, it's boring, it's not gonna show. But if there's a drama, like if you look at any like Love and Hip Hop or any other show, every time they have a grand opening, there's always a fight, there's always an argument that make the show. But if it was positive, it's not gonna make the show because people strive on drama. So she's like, since I filmed before and never made it to TV, I'm gonna make sure this time you cannot cut it off. And it's wrong what she did, but I'm not Kenya. So yeah.
My opinion on it is that I would again have to question this desperation for her spa to be on the show. I think because I stopped watching the show because I just can't. But I think she's mentioned it. I think every time I hear someone talking about the season for like the last few years, they also mention her hair care. She has her products in Sally's or whatever. Like, what is this desperation? There are other people who have businesses and they never talk about them on this show. So I would have to ask her, what's the desperation? Why can't she market on social media or outside of the show like everyone else does for their businesses? Like, why does it have to be on the show?
The same. It's not the same. I think we're trying to apply real world thinking to a world that we're not familiar with. This is raging against the machine. Bravo is a beast. YouTube is a beast. You don't come with kitchen table talk to platforms like Bravo and YouTube. You come and you bring your best A game. Earlier today, when we were started off, Ray, Lala told them Queen Sheba's trolling y'all. She's getting it stirred up. You know what? Because it's lights, camera, action. And we had a good time. And Simone was like, da, 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 until Lala said, no, she's basically starting a fire, lighting it up. You know what I mean?
But my point is, she meant that hair spa had to be shown on this show. And
because why not? It's not, can't nobody else. You got to think of the advertisement, the viewers, the money that goes into this. Social media cannot compare to the reach of Bravo that goes all globally, all over the world in different languages. I need people to know I have this spa because that is a pipeline that has been established for potential business, clients, customers, and that's money she doesn't have to spend to promote her hair spa. It's just that simple to me. But, you know, I think like Kisco said, we have to agree to disagree because we're trying to make sense out of a world that we're not familiar with. Go ahead. Somebody's trying to get in.
No, I'm just going to say I agree with what you're saying as far, and even what Don Juan was saying. I was saying that weeks ago on here. I've been saying that Kenya was used this particular stunt as a way to actually get on one of these episodes. Because if you, even before her trying to start this YouTube, she was showing us on Twitter or what have you the pictures of her the birthday party that she had for Brooklyn that had all the other girls from Atlanta from yesteryear come, and they didn't show that. It was a lot of things that she knew that they weren't going to show. So that's why she pulled this stunt, because she needed that publicity for the location.
Your audio went really low.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, I was just saying that I've been saying the same thing. She used this stunt as a way to profit off of her the building of her salon or what have you. I just hate that she used the pornographic picture. I still think that they would have put it on camera if she used just the other two, the insurance fraud hoe and the other one that was the who is this hoe. If she would have just used those two poster board, I still think that she would have been able to be. It still would have been made it to the episode, but it's just that pornographic one that just took it over the edge.
Okay, I don't really have an opinion.
Hold on, wait a minute, Miss Angie baby, I see you're trying to connect, but your device is not connected. So you're going to have to drop down and then come back. And then y'all, we're going to wrap it up. Go ahead, Ray Ray. I'm going to give you one last little go.
No. I just wanted to say that, like, I don't have a particular opinion. I'm just asking questions because I think obviously it's an interesting topic and there's so many different perspectives. So I was just asking questions.
Hold on. Your questions have been excellent.
Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
for having me.
Really good questions. Y'all, my best friend just bought a Porsche and just text me. I'm gonna make him come pick me up.
Okay.
Final thoughts, y'all. This has been a really good conversation because there are no clear-cut answers, in my opinion. It
Right.
is what it is. You know, it comes down, Trey said it earlier, grown-ass women making conscious decisions.
Mm.
Okay, final thoughts, Stephanie.
Well, Queen, we all have to make conscious decisions because we don't know what's going to happen to us when we make those bad decisions. You know, sometimes it could be a life or death decision. So, we have to think about the things that we do. It's hard when you're angry, though. It really is because your mind is spinning and out of control and you want to do other things. But you got to come back, calm down, and see where it's going to affect you in your business, in your life, and you got to do the right thing.
Good point. Let's go to Uniboo.
Well, my final thought is I still feel like, Bravo dropped the ball for me personally. Because Real Pod ain't giving nothing but whiny and nasal tease, and I feel like Kenya has been here and she knows how to read the girls. I just feel like she should move differently. So I'm all for get back once you feel offended, but I feel like your get back should not harm you. It should
Mhm.
only harm the person. At least if you're gonna harm yourself, like let it not be to that magnitude, but still harm the person. That's my personal opinion.
That's a good point. For those of you that are tuned in, your get back should not cause any harm or detriment to you. Ray, that's good, Uniboo. Ray, what are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are I agree 100% with what that lady just said. And I also just want to remind everyone that, it's a different world in reality, but it's still corporate. So if you are feeling unsafe in your workplace, I would encourage you to just move smartly and to look into all of the policies. Call HR, it's anonymous. And just make sure you have all of your things documented as well, because as we know in everyday life, we also encounter injustices. So just make sure you cover your bases as well.
Excellent point from both sides of the spectrum, whether we're YouTube, reality television, or corporate America. Good call out. Thank you, Ray. Angie, baby, I see you. So let me tell you what to do. Listen to me very closely. Go out because it's still not connected, but don't go out yet. Listen to me. Click out of it. Click back in. Before you come into the studio, turn off your camera if you don't want it on, and then connect your audio and then hit enter studio. If you do it while you're in here, it's not going to connect your device. Do all of it before you come in. So go out and then come back in. I'll wait on you. Trey, what are your final thoughts?
I just want to say I want to make sure everybody remembers I am just a viewer. So all of my comments, I don't know these people personally. I do want to say that I really hope the best for Nene and whatever endeavors that she decides to do. Just kind of like we said, mind the people that are around you, and just make sure that they're there for you and not for just them. And also Kenya, we laugh and we joke, but I hate that you're at this particular point with your position or job at Bravo. I mean, however you want that to go, I hope the best for you. And also to everybody of the Christian faith, if you only go to church on Christmas and Easter, please sit in the back. Don't be trying to take all the front seats for the real saints. That's all I have to say.
And he said what he said. And as a matter of fact, for those of you tuned in, listen, let me tell y'all something. You can make I can't tell people what to cook, but if you're looking for ideas, y'all, a little fried fish ain't never hurt nobody for tomorrow. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to make my own homemade tartar sauce, which is really good. I'm going to do potato salad and just like a cucumber, tomato salad with like avocado. It's going to be really good, really light. Just a widow trying to figure it out says, what about going high when they go low? That does not always work. That will get you tried and tried again. When people see that you are not going to engage in warfare, that could actually make you a primary target all the time. Sometimes you have to go low to let
You
them
have
know.
to know smart. Know smart. It's not about high or low.
I agree, but sometimes you got to react. And
You
listen,
do have to react.
sometimes you have to.
Within reason. Don't be Kenya. Don't crash out.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, unless you're ready to walk away, you can have the biggest crash out. Okay, I love to see it, but you have to look at your circumstances and move accordingly. At the end of the day,
Well, here's the thing. I'm agree with that sometimes. But I'm
sometimes.
tell you from personal experience, it can make you a target with people effing with you. And I said what the fuck I said, not talking to anybody where they feel like they can talk that shit and keep pushing the envelope. And I'm the
Yeah.
type, I restrain until I can't. But the day I do, I'm gonna fuck you all the way up.
Oh yeah,
You
That's
get
me,
what I'm
Queen.
saying?
of course. I'm not saying that's wrong. I have crashed out.
Yes. So and sometimes you have to let them know, the girl, don't you ever, or sir, don't you ever.
Okay.
I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you to say one more thing. But sometimes it just goes like that. But you have to be a worthy opponent. And I don't know how that works. One day you wake up and you be like, I got time.
Mm-hmm.
He finna get it. He finna get it. I don't care. I'm gonna lose subscribers. I'm gonna lose my hair care, like Kenya did. And it is what it is. And you pick up the pieces in that moment. Guess what? Either it's a lesson or an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a lesson for somebody and an opportunity for the other. Either way, leave folks alone. And Brit, let me say this. I mean, am I lying? Because it just, always going high and high shit. At some point, you have
That's
to come
unrealistic.
from 30,000 feet to refuel. Don't keep taking shots and think you finna just sit pretty in this mofo. That's all I'm saying.
Queen, I always said I am not Jesus Christ.
Thank
Because
you.
if I was Jesus Christ, I would be in the heaven. So don't test me. I am Peter great granddaughter. I will cut your ears off messing with
I would
me.
deny you thrice, but if you come that fourth time, you just may get it. And I'm embarrassed. Look, I'm the type I will embarrass the fuck out of you. We going there if we gonna go there. And I'm gonna have to take my lick and the repercussions from the universe, the platform, whomever else. But the day I do, you gonna wish you hadn't.
Right.
That's just it.
That's why I stay on your side, Queen.
No, just stay on the side of decency and respect. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
that's right. I'm on the side
Yeah.
of decency and respect.
Oh, you know what? Because they said, because I am in transition. Hold on, I gotta play it for them, y'all. They like it.
I will pray for you, but if you get on my nerve, I will cuss you smooth out. My mouth ain't under control yet, and I can throw these hands. And let me tell you something, if I get my hands on you, I promise you, you gonna know you've been in a fight. But I'm trying not to go there because I'm in transition.
Yvette, you got a good memory because I love that clip because I'm in transition. Y'all, it was a hell of a show. Thank you, everybody that pulled up and just allow us to do what we do over here on Saturdays. It's I said what I said. This is where you can come and just talk your stuff. Ray Ray did it in a good way. She came by way of asking questions, and we talk about that on Wednesday.
Thank
You
you.
see how you did that, Ray Ray?
Thank you.
Yes. But thank you, everybody. I know people what y'all cooking for Easter? Who cooking on the panel before we let everybody go?
Me, full out Haitian food.
Oh,
I
you gonna let Garzel
like
come over?
I might, but she's in Paris.
Okay. Oh,
She
she
can
from
stay over there. Because I don't know. What type of Haitian? We don't fool with them over there.
Mm.
We gotta be forever. Bring me
Mm.
back, bring us our money, then we can talk. That's how we feel.
I know that's right.
Okay.
Thank you, Andrea. She says, great show. Anybody else cooking? I'm cooking
I'm
tomorrow.
cooking. I
What you
thought you
cooking?
was cooking. I thought you was cooking that on Friday. When
I
was
changed my
the
mind. I told
okay,
them
cause you
members
see,
only.
I'll be watching Queen. I might not say nothing, but I'll be watching.
I was supposed to cook it on Friday, but Kenya Moore said she was coming on. And
And
then I
I
was like, let me
know.
just go eat real quick so I don't have to be worried about it. And I'm going to push it to Sunday. She didn't change my whole damn weekend.
And did you go get your
For a
shorts
minute and
from
50
Mel?
seconds. Okay.
What'd you say, Trey? I'm going to come back to you, Stephanie.
She changed the whole program for a minute and 50 seconds. That's
Yes.
crazy.
I done bought a damn bottle of Vouv last night. Me and my husband sitting there waiting for a damn short. I thought it was a mistake. I kept refreshing my screen saying, hold on. You need to go look for the right channel. This ain't it. Ah,
One
Give us
minute
a
and
real.
30 seconds. She was wrong for that. I ain't lying. Oh
she was
wow.
wrong for that.
She was.
But
But no,
I windmilling for her. You know, I'm trying to help her out over here.
I'm
That was
cooking
the
ham.
Instagram wheel.
I'm
Yeah.
cooking ham, baked macaroni and cheese,
Mm,
potato salad, greens,
dang. That sounds good.
and sweet potatoes because my dad loves sweet
Okay. Who all
potatoes.
coming over there? Who all over there?
Y'all ready to come to Louisiana?
Oh, who all over there? You know how they say it.
Yay.
We
Oh,
waiting. I ain't
I'm
saying.
coming for my plate.
Come
Yeah.
on, baby. Come on,
Did you
get your
ever get your?
plates.
Did you? You're the same like they had that we was talking the other Saturday, and you was telling us what you would look for for your man or what have you. Did you ever get anybody to hit you up?
Who? I was the one that said that.
I thought you was. Maybe it was
Hold on,
somebody
Wait
tell
a
else.
me.
It was a
minute.
Wait,
different lady.
I'll tell you who it is if you tell me a little bit more about the story.
She called. It was like right around the end of the show, and we was talking about. I think it was like polygamy or like because we was talking about
Oh no,
old
that was
girl
that
with
other lady. That one that
Oh,
said
okay. I'm
she cut the
sorry.
grass. Is
Yeah,
you here?
I
my
wish I
bad. I'm
was on
sorry.
that
Wrong
one.
person.
No, it don't even worry about that, Trey. See, I know who you are because you on all our conversations, especially when I'm on the ones you on there. You, Simone, and what's the lady name? Lolly?
La la.
Hmm.
La, yay. Uh-huh. Well, y'all have a happy Easter.
Thank you. You
You do
And
the
you
too.
guys
same.
are so great. And I wish I could just send y'all a plate because I know how to cook.
We'll be over there.
That's right.
We're gonna dox you. We're gonna find out where you live and come here.
Yes, baby. Come on, fine.
I'm
I
just
got more
kidding.
than enough room for y'all to come over here and eat, baby.
Okay, simple yes stylish says I'm frying fish Ghana style. Can you send me that recipe? I might not do it tomorrow, but I need to have that so I can try it. Simple yet stylish. And then just the widow says she gonna order out with her 92-year-old dad. How that's a blessing. Oh, that's a blessing, girl. Miss Gwen says she eat fish every Friday. Oh, you gonna do steak? Oh, you better go ahead and bison at that, y'all. Not no cheap steak. She said bison. Gwendolyn Crutcher, thank you, Miss Gwen, for the 5-piece. She says people have to stop supporting trashy shows that do not show us on the higher standard. I mean, I got a little appetite for something, Miss Gwen. You know, I'm just saying they just need to switch it up every now and then. Yeah, every now and then. But thank you everybody for tuning in. I'm about to go. We've been here for a long time. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. It's been 3 hours. I can't believe we did that long. Thank you everybody. Have a wonderful day and
Bye,
happy
Happy
Queen.
Easter.
Easter. Bye
Happy
Happy
Easter.
bye.
Easter. Bye.